welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
Good morning. Happy Friday to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage here in Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, live on TuneIn, iHeartRadio, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, live on YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. I haven't talked with you in a while. I'm Matt Iwanyk.
Yeah.
Hi.
It's been a while.
Jay Milne, Tom Gazzola with you here on the Hangout today, presented by Sentinel Storage, as I have said. We got a lot to discuss today on the show. I am, though, getting ripped by Jim Johnson right now. 9:07, Maddie. I would like to put that on Will Fraser because Will was talking to Jay.
I can take some of the blame too.
No, I'm going to put it all on Will.
Okay.
Will,
Friday.
Will, I just kept talking to Jay and I was trying to end it, but Will kept talking. So,
But you're the host.
I didn't want to be rude to our guest.
But you did eventually just say, you can go ahead and
At
start,
some
Brendan.
point. Well,
Guest.
what
He's a
I
co-host.
said, I didn't say it because I would have started if you guys kept talking.
Whatever.
So I'm defending you. I put it all on Will.
I know.
And now you're throwing me
I'm
under
just
the bus.
trying to
Is
be
that
a
where
little
we're
bit of a
starting
deal.
here?
No.
Is that where we're starting today, Jay? We haven't done a hangout in a while together.
You want to hug?
No.
Let's hug it out.
You guys beefing, bro?
We can hug out after.
No, let's hug it out right now.
It's just awkward for Tommy.
No, it's not. I'm enjoying this. I'll describe what's happening to everybody else that's listening. Jay and Maddie just hugged it out. It was a very nice caress, and then he sat on the chair that makes that
hug.
noise.
It was good.
I love a good hug.
Good taps on the back.
I'm not a. Are you as a?
I'm being ignored.
You know me, Tom. Like you've known me.
Oh, hey.
Like for not really that long. When
Like
you
a
look
year
at,
and a half.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know me enough.
Yeah, basically.
You know me enough to know that I'm not afraid of a good hug.
Valid. This is 100%.
I'm a handshake hug kind of guy, and I'm not afraid to do both.
You're a kind, caring, wonderful soul.
But is it weird?
I'm afraid of, I don't mind giving hugs.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of being the one to initiate it because I don't want to initiate a hug where somebody wasn't expecting a hug.
Right.
And then you're like, oh, and then it's just awkward. I don't like doing that.
Like you run into the no hug zone and it's like,
or they're not expecting or something. And then you're just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
now I feel like I'm just like, this is awkward for all of us.
Do the European caress. If you don't think it's going to be a full on hug, do the European caress where it's like one hand.
like the,
What's
up,
then
bro?
like a little,
Yeah.
little on the side. It's all good.
I also don't know, like, if ever somebody wants it. Like, Quinn got mad at me this week.
Why?
For hugging her?
Well, I didn't hug her.
She likes hugs.
Oh,
I see, and I don't know the full thing, but like she came in and Schmitty was here on Wednesday and they hugged.
That was a great show.
And I was
Yes,
sitting
that
here,
was.
but so like I'm sitting back here and she's looking, she had to hang up her jacket and she's like, get up. And I was like, oh, like, just call. And she's like, yeah, you should hug me. Like,
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Like, but I didn't want to be the one to initiate. So I didn't want to like stand up and then like stand awkwardly because what if she didn't want to hug me? She just wanted to hug Schmitty. And so then I was like, I look like a dick.
Well, it sounds like a commissioner's beef to me.
ooh.
I'm
We
just
were
kidding.
good. Well, we started off with beef on that show, but then we squashed it.
That was a great hangout. And that got me through driving home from Golden, pinning it to get home for my daughter's game. We listened to it the whole way. My daughters were loving it. They
That's
were
nice.
It's interesting. They
They're
know
giggles?
they know who everybody is at EST now because that was you, Quinn,
Schmitty, Quinn, myself, and
Belzy, right?
And Brendan was on the other side.
Right, and they've never met
crew.
Brendan. I don't even know if they've seen him because he's kind of behind the
I get him on now to hang up about once a week.
yeah.
Or so.
But they did ask. They're like, "Which one's Tommy?" They were
Tommy was
looking
not
for
there.
your voice. They missed
Oh.
you.
Well, tell the girls I said thanks.
I will.
He was busy at the rink.
I was at the rink.
And day off.
The rink's been crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Because you had a full crew for that one. So,
Wednesday you got off because like, and it was like, well, one of us couldn't do the show. And he was like, well,
yeah.
you had the post-game show the night before and you got oil stream. I think it's kind of got to be me. I also came off 2 weeks of vacation. I think I'm the one that's probably got to work that one.
I walked in this morning and Jay, you were running around doing something outside the studios. And I was like, Brendan, what did I miss around here? I feel like I haven't been here. And he's like, I feel like I just saw you a couple days ago. I'm like, oh, yeah. I was here for the oil stream on Wednesday, but I was like in and out. Yeah, it's been crazy.
It is a strange thing, though, when people are away because, I got back. Now Dusty's gone. You left and then I left. So we technically hadn't seen each other
Till yesterday.
And what was the first thing I did?
You hugged me.
I gave him a big old hug.
Yeah.
But it is weird. There is a dynamic.
I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. And I was going to hug you, but you were sitting down.
Oh, we did like a firm handshake.
rub of the arm.
Yeah, I did a nice rub. This is a nice shirt.
Thanks, man.
You look good. I like your hat.
Thank
I
you.
love this shirt.
I'm almost out of product, and Chantel asked me if I could wait till Monday to get new product. So I wore
See how your hat here is.
Not good.
You can't. Oh, that looks pretty good.
Jeez.
Did you
this
shower?
whole thing?
That's a freshly showered hat head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I combed it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bird and Barley, great local company, golf stuff. If you're looking for it. Brendan was asking. I'm like, they've got great stuff. So
Almost golf season.
almost golf season.
I'm just here for the White Lotus chat.
I haven't seen the show.
Don't roll your eyes at the White Lotus.
Can I be honest with you?
You don't care.
You know, I fast forwarded the show on the podcast because I lost
don't
you
care.
live
I don't care.
when we were driving through the mountains. So then I went and listened to the rest of the show on the podcast.
Yeah, but
I fast forwarded it because I don't know what
you don't want the
this is.
spoilers.
I don't.
You'll watch.
I don't
it one
even
day.
know what a White Lotus is.
It's a hotel. It's
Cool.
a Four Seasons.
It sounds sexy.
It is.
Okay.
In a way. Like it's. I didn't watch season 1 live, like when it first came. Like
God,
I
I
was
didn't mean
hearing
for
about
this.
it.
I didn't mean
I'm
to
explaining-
kickstart
I'm not going to go
White
into
Lotus
it, but it was
conversation.
like, but when I got into it, it is a fascinating show, and there's there's a themes to them. Like the creator is like trying to send out messages and stuff, but it is a fascinating show. It's visually beautiful. It's got great music to it and stuff.
And everyone's hot.
Largely, season 2 more so than any other season.
Okay.
Season 2 was just full of good-looking people.
Nice.
And by all accounts, like the actual people themselves while filming were party animals.
Really?
Like just crazy party.
even the
they-
stars?
They were always partying.
Oh.
And this cast didn't party as much as that cast did and stuff. It's good television. It's been some of the best television I've ever seen. And in the end, with every season, there are overall and it's kind of hidden in the background, but there's a whodunit, who died and who did it.
It's like Clue.
But it's not even that. It's not even that important.
Sexy
Yeah,
Clue.
and you said something that was quite, I guess profound if you are like me and haven't watched any of it, is that you figure I could just hop in to season 3 and not be out to lunch.
Well, the way they do it, like again, there's one story. Like each season, there's multiple storylines. There's only been one storyline that is carried from season 1 to season 3.
Right.
So in that storyline, you'd be like, well, who's this person? What's going on here? Like you wouldn't understand some things. Beyond that part of the storyline, everything is just brand new.
Is it, did I see this correct that Uncle Rico
Yes.
from Napoleon Dynamite
John
is in,
Griggs. I forgot how to pronounce his name.
but he totally does not look like the Uncle Rico we would affectionately know.
Well, he had the mustache as Uncle Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no mustache. He's just an older guy. He's the only character to be on all 3 seasons.
Really?
He is the only character. And no one knew he was going to be in this season.
Did they ever have him throwing like a football
No.
Pigskin
or
a quarter mile
No.
Kurma?
Back in
they
83.
don't have that.
or 82 was
What
it?
about
But-
ham? Ham. Does he throw ham
No,
to an
he does not
alpaca?
do that. He does
named
not do
Tina?
that. No one was expecting him in this season 2. When he showed up, like straight up, I actually went, oh, full out loud.
Really?
When I saw him on screen in season 3, I was stunned by it. It got me, and it actually made. I usually don't do that, but it got me to verbally express myself. It was amazing. Great show.
Okay, really quickly, great reference to Uncle Rico. Do you remember the scene in? I hope people out there know Napoleon Dynamite.
I know it. Like,
I've never watched it.
Brilliant movie. My mom, I remember we rented it back in the day because I think it came out around 04.
yeah.
And we were laughing our asses off at it. My mom's like, I don't get this movie. What is going on? I'm like, it's the subtlety and ridiculousness that you have to pick up on. She's more like in your face comedy. I would say that about my mom. But the scene where Uncle Rico is in the photo shoot with Deb and she's like, try this.
Yeah.
And he like does the pose and he starts like giggling to himself because he's like, he likes it, but he's confused. It's those little things about Napoleon Dynamite. You're like, that movie, there's something to it. The magic, I suppose.
Yeah. Napoleon Dynamite's character. What was the actor? John Heater.
Yeah.
Just amazing. The milk, when you have to identify the variety of milk.
Oh, man.
That is just, and then they're eating the eggs.
That was so gross. Yeah. They actually did it. And then the guy, the farmer, and he's talking, like giving them the duties. And I'm like, what is this guy saying?
Yeah, he was
Like,
he
this
was
is
great.
messed up.
Speaking of farming, we just filled our freezer last night.
I saw that on Twitter. Where'd you fill that
What'd
out
you kill?
from?
Got a cow,
Oh,
Did you get a full
a
cow?
Charlet.
Half?
No, a quarter.
Is that's
you
okay?
guys don't have cows on your property.
No, we have friends that do.
And yeah, there's always that if you know that somebody, it's like, hey, do you want to go in on half a
They
cow or a
have
quarter of a cow or something?
Charlet farm up by Wasetna.
We're setting up by Bellis and Smoky.
You know it.
Mm-hmm.
By Peppers on the corner at Wasetna. Best pepperoni cheese sticks in Alberta. Yeah, we
Delicious.
filled our freezer.
Laugh at Jay there.
My mother-in-law, my wife's friends with them, and I am too, but that's a connection. But yeah, I came home to a full freezer full of meat.
What are you going to grill first?
We already pulled out 3 massive T-bones. Like
Nice.
I'm talking, they're 1.5 inches thick, probably, a good 9-10 inches in circumference.
It's grill season.
Diameter.
Yeah.
It is.
You could start.
People have
So,
stuff.
and I even got told that everybody's waiting for me to get home so we can have.
How do you? Okay, you get home. You
Yeah.
got the steak. What are you seasoning it with?
Ooh, season it?
Like, what are you putting on it?
Oh, salt and pepper.
Yeah.
And more pepper.
I love
Oh.
pepper on steak. I love
Yeah.
peppercorn steak. I love
Yeah, the pepper
Pepper's
will
always my favorite.
will actually almost char up, and it's not as doesn't have as much bite after it's been on the grill. But these are just premium steaks. I have a picture.
I have no qualms with like just don't nuke the steak, and I love steak. You know what I'm saying? Like people
Oh, my
are like,
dad
you
wants
have
it
to
that
do
way.
salt and pepper. My mom's saying
My dad needs it well done and then further cooked.
Oh, boy.
bad boys.
Yeah, those look amazing.
I could still.
I gotta get those to
Those are
Brendan.
fresh.
I could eat steak anyway. I
Same.
don't have I will eat it blue rare to
Or
well
no,
done.
no,
I
sorry.
don't care.
I can't eat it blue.
I could eat it blue
Medium
rare.
to medium, or pardon me. Yeah, medium rare to medium. I like it. Keep it there. But
I grew up on well done steak, so I have no problem eating well done
you
steak.
need
I
a
can
little
eat
bit
it.
of juice in there.
Gross.
But I can do. But then once
Oh,
I
wow.
learned, I was a kid. It was what my dad cooked. My dad likes well done.
It's like eating bacon.
Roman
bits,
needs to grow
basically.
up.
Yeah, Roman, grow up.
He needs to. It's. But then once I became older and then I do like it with the red inside. But I will, if you put a blue rare steak in front of me, I will eat it no problem. So I don't like. I'll just order medium rare.
I'm talking about like
It's just safe
marinades and all
at a
that.
restaurant?
Like I have no qualms with barbecue sauce. I love it either way, just as long as it's medium rare. Perfect.
I'm the easiest person to cook steak for. Because you could literally just put it in
You're
front of me.
just happy.
I'll be happy.
I'm a medium
happy
rare.
boy.
Medium rare, like
Yeah.
all the way. My
Medium's good.
cousin's husband is one of those blue rare. Like
They're great.
like
what?
Here you
Delicious.
You'd eat. How do you say you eat your steaks well done? And
I
then
said I eat it anywhere from blue rare to well done. If
You'll
you
eat
weren't-
blue rare?
If you weren't on your phone.
I was not listening to you. Hand up.
go. Good call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got me.
I grew up on well done steaks. My
Right.
dad always did well done steaks.
Okay, but then
I've
you've
tried.
grown up. Okay.
Now I could eat it anyway. If you gave me a blue rare steak, I will eat it. I have no problem.
Yeah,
I like
that's
it.
a little too far.
And I will cook. I will still eat a well done steak. If I'm at a restaurant, they say I'll just always go medium rare. Or sometimes I'll go rare. But if you cook me a steak and you put it in front of me, I will eat it. I won't care what you cooked it to. I won't ask you what to cook it to.
Ooh,
I will
I
just
would
eat
never
it.
know what to cook it to, like an internal probe. I'm a touch
There's
guy.
the thing. I can't do it with the touch.
Oh,
I
yeah.
need the probe.
No. Just get out of here with your probe.
I can't do the touch thing.
You're
I don't understand.
puncturing the skin. You're
I know,
allowing
but
juices
it's
to release.
I don't understand the feeling, and
You just touch the pad of your thumb.
I understand.
Your pinky, when you touch it, is well done. Your
But it doesn't. I don't
finger,
feel that.
Your pointer finger is medium rare. This, when you see the tension on your thumb, Brendan, now touch it with your pinky and touch the pad of your thumb.
Well, there's the other
That's
ways.
well done.
Brandon's got a graphic he's working on. I like this.
Like there's other ways. Like there's many different ways, and it's how you feel it. Is you're supposed to press the
Yes.
meat, and it's the same.
Yes. Yeah.
I
You know what?
Again, I just take it off
I mean,
and I'll
for
eat it, and
steaks
I'm
like
fine.
this tonight, I'm probably going to be at about 400 degrees. They're going to be about 6 minutes aside. Take it or leave it, baby.
on the grill.
On the grill, on the barbecue. Yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
very hungry right now.
Yeah.
And I'm
One of
looking
those-
at these images Brendan's
I
getting
know
ready.
Brendan's getting steaks going.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Oh,
we should.
that's
Do you want to? You should. It'd be funny if we just ordered in a steak just bring it to the show and we could eat it. Steak frites, steak bites.
I love steak frites.
Order some sirloin bites from Mr. Mike.
Oh, the sirloin bites.
That'd be
delicious.
great.
And they got that.
I don't think we
dipping
could get
sauce.
anything.
Maddie, you got
this
this
time of day.
credit card. Let's go.
I don't have a company credit card.
Yeah, you do.
I expense everything.
Oh,
I have one for Hello Hockey, but I have to check
belly.
with my
Steak. Oh,
my
Denny's.
co-host.
We could order from Denny's.
Steak from Denny's. That's that didn't have that on my bingo card
T-bone
today.
steak and eggs, 30
I'll
bucks.
pass on that one.
T-bone steak and eggs.
Pass on that one.
Is steak and eggs overrated or is that a thing?
I don't care for steak and eggs. I don't know if it's like I think of mentally steak as dinner time, like a little bit formal, or barbecue in the summer. I like the barbecue or grilling, watching like the playoffs. There's something with a beer and you're watching. Now we're covering when the Oilers are going deep, but when they were not, I just remember like going over to my parents' place and my dad's like, all right, well, let's watch the hockey game and have steak. And those were the best nights. You're just sitting there watching the game, having a steak, 6 or 7 beers, passing out and waking up the next day in your old bedroom. Just me? No?
A grill is great. Just nice weather, beer, all that. Yeah. And if you throw on some sports going on.
Penner's Pancakes has a really good question, and I'd like to know your answers. Brendan, flip that mic around. Come on. Get
He's
into
got it. No, he's got.
Well, you got it.
We've got a splitter.
All right.
Yeah. So when there is 3 of us here, his mic's going.
Now we got to
Okay.
get that studio phone figured out.
I want the camera on him, too. Let's get that beautiful mug
He's got
on
the
there.
camera in front of him if he wants to
That's
throw it on at
right
some
there
point.
too.
It's
Penner's
right there.
Pancakes question. Who on the panel gives back food if it's not to their liking?
I've never given
Never.
back food once.
No.
I don't
Me
believe.
neither.
Okay, are you serious?
I won't do it.
Why?
Many reasons. One.
Get out of
Okay,
here.
well, I'll start with
Like, I'm not the guy that does it. Like, I've
No.
probably done it twice in my life, and it's been at the same restaurant. You can probably guess.
I
How'd it
can't.
feel?
How'd it feel?
Yeah.
Well, how would you like it if you paid $55 for a really nice cut of meat and it came overcooked?
See, so this is where like I don't care.
I
that,
do.
But I can eat it anyway.
But
so I
Maddie,
don't care.
if you don't send it back, then you're just kicking the tire or the rock
no, I
down
know.
the road.
So part of it is
You're not helping the kitchen
I'm
staff.
actually very happy with just like I'm pretty. If you put food in front of me, I'm happy.
right.
I'm not very picky in that sense where I will just eat it. I will deal with it. There's very few things I don't like nowadays. I could pick through that or whatever, but I'll just be happy. Like,
You were
just-
with me and I sent back food.
What did you send back? I don't remember.
Nachos.
Oh yeah, and I didn't like that.
Right.
I would have eaten it. I would have eaten that. No problem.
What's the point of getting nachos if the cheese isn't melted?
What
don't-
happened to the Chos? No cheese?
It wasn't melted.
the cheese was not melted.
Yeah.
I want ooey gooey.
I stand by. Don't mess with people that handle your food. I'm not causing.
I don't care.
issues.
Spit in it.
I don't want.
Don't
Yeah, I
matter
don't
to
want
me.
that.
I'm not
I've
gonna
seen
want
road
Road trip?
I've seen the movies.
Road
I've seen
trip,
them
waiting.
waiting. I've
Yeah.
seen it all.
No, don't want it. Don't
that-
want it. I'm not risking with it. That cook might be having a bad day. I send it back and like, oh, this person doesn't know what they're, and then does. No, I'm not doing it. I don't mess with people that touch your food.
Yeah, you're
Here's your
weird
20%
with
tip.
food. I must say, you are. Yeah, here's your tip.
You win.
You would.
The only way I could do it if I got a chicken, and I never order chicken really at a restaurant, but if I ordered chicken and it was raw,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would have to say like, hey, this is raw. I can't eat this. Like I will get sick. Beyond that, like anything else, like yeah, you overcook my steak, whatever. Again, I ate it blue rare or well done. Cool.
I have a story from the road. We were in Dallas, and the food in Dallas is amazing. I know Alberta beef, near and dear to my heart, but Texas beef is amazing as well. And we were at my favorite road steakhouse, Trulux. It's amazing. Look it up if you want to. But we were at Trulux, and my colleague and the guy that we know well in this city, his name might rhyme with Mac Jikels, ordered the surf and turf. Came back and he looked at the steak, cut into it, and he's like, "This thing is still mooing." He had the crab legs. And then they're like, "Oh, we're sorry, sir. We'll bring you back another. You can finish those crab legs." Comes back with another steak. Same thing. He's like, "Guys, this is exactly the same. I'm gonna get sick." Then they're like, "We're sorry, sir. You can eat the crab legs." And then they came back with a third plate, and he woofed it all down, and it was to his satisfaction. But he had Now, Jack comes from or Mac, I should say, comes from a different mindset.
Which is what?
Do it right, or I'm going to tell you did it wrong.
Why is that called a different mindset?
Well, because we're very polite here.
It's not about. This is not. If I send an overcooked steak back, that is not me being rude.
It was undercooked, so they zapped it a bit more, and then
That's not me being rude.
Acceptable.
No, I honestly feel as though I'm obligated to do that, because those nachos that came out that were. Like, who would? How can you screw up nachos?
Well, they didn't cook it enough.
You put cheese on them, you put diced tomatoes, you put a little jalapeno, and you throw in the oven. And you wait till that cheese is a little bit golden brown on top. It was like, the Lunchables?
Yeah, no,
my daughters get the Lunchable pizzas.
Yeah.
Where you put the sauce and the non-melted cheese on it. That was what it was. I cannot. Then I'm the laughing stock.
Nah. No, it's still the same food.
Matt, it is not.
It is still the exact same food.
No, it's not. You cannot say that unmelted cheese and melted cheese taste the same. They taste totally different. Yes, you did. You said it's the same food.
It's still cheese. It's still cheese.
But they do not taste the same.
I didn't say that. I said it's still the same food.
Okay. I have a nacho story for you guys.
Yeah.
There's a new hotel and resort. What are you laughing at?
I love this. We're just what time is it here? We got off the rails pretty quick, but we're good.
There's a new
Rams fan won't be happy with me right now.
Don't worry about Rams fan.
Yeah. Can we talk about
There's a
sports
new
today?
resort and hotel casino in Vegas called the Fountain Blue.
That's a big disaster with that hotel.
Like Ty Domi was there with Tom Brady on opening night, and like they had
Justin Timberlake, Kim Kardashian, there's a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But that hotel took years to build, and they built it far north.
Yeah, it was. They started construction like 2006.
Far north, like north of the stratosphere.
Just opened like a year and a half ago.
Oh, I don't know. Like all I know is I don't know Vegas well, but it's like
it's the north end of the
northern
strip,
part.
like past the Strat.
Okay.
So the nachos at the sports book. $24, okay? And we know everything in Vegas, especially depending on where you're staying, where you're eating at a certain resort or hotel. The price varies, but $24 for these nachos. Here is how they showed up. There's 6 nachos.
Oh, screw off.
Individually
How much was this?
dressed. $24.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Look it up. Fountain Blue nachos.
Man, I love that.
And somebody posted this and said this is $24 at Fountain Blue, and apparently like everybody on social media just ripped Fountain Blue to shreds, as they should, because when Brendan puts Brendan puts the image up, you're going to be like, this is ridiculous. So for those that are listening, it's a plate and there's 3 nachos, circular nachos, garnished with cheese, a little bit of meat, and what would that be? Arugula? No, that's not arugula.
That's cilantro.
Cilantro, okay. And then there's 4 dipping sauces. Hot sauce. You got salsa, you got some guac, sour cream, and then something
You got
else.
more dipping sauce than actual nacho.
Yeah. $24. And then so they've realized that they screwed up, but I don't know how you could justify that. They're not even gourmet nachos. It's just like, oh, we only have 6 nachos left.
I heard Vegas is going through some big issues right now. They are not getting the tourism that they used to.
Well, gambling is legal everywhere.
Well, but everything's so expensive now, apparently, in Vegas, too.
Sure.
There's no buffets anymore since COVID. No. I guess drinks walking the strip and stuff are a lot more pricey, that a lot of people are stopping to go to Vegas, and they are starting to struggle quite a bit.
Yeah.
Also, I do have a question, Jay.
What?
No case to your phone?
I take it off in here.
Really?
Yeah, because
I've never noticed that.
I have a case, but it has my credit cards in it. And when I'm in here, it's like it rocks. So I take it off. So if anybody wants to come to the studio, my credit cards are all on the desk in the bullpen. Feel free to order some nachos, some steaks.
Yeah.
Tangent, Vegas outpriced themselves. Big Uke, who has been to Vegas quite a bit. There's that stretch he went to like Vegas like 3 times in like a month and a half or whatever it was.
Great sports.
COVID changed a lot in Vegas. So it's apparently they're starting to go through a little bit of some issues, which to a degree, good. Hopefully people stop going so that they go back to what they used to be, because that's where people always wanted to go.
Cheap deal.
Don't change who you are. Don't change who you are.
It reminds me of something else closer to Edmonton. You know, like everything with the Oilers is now overpriced. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. They will suck again.
That time will come.
Before you get to that, this is the EST Hangout. It is presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada storage experts, more than 2 decades of helping Canadians through life's transition. Canadian storage provider by Canadians, 75% off 8 weeks, 10 by 10 units. That goes till March 31st. Sentinel.ca.
Okay, you were saying.
Well, it's like Vegas. They priced themselves out, and now they're feeling the backlash. If their
People are still buying
numbers are down.
Are they down?
You said it. I didn't.
Oh, Vegas. Yeah, I'm saying the Oilers.
No. Oilers
that's
can
not down yet.
do whatever they want right now because there's still a market for it. Supply and demand. If you put the price up, people are still willing to pay it. How can you fault them for doing that? I'm just saying that time will run its course. And sorry to say this, Oilers fans, but Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are not going to be here forever.
Shut your mouth.
Will Fraser, not happy.
And there will be a time where this team is, in the bottom of the Pacific.
Or battling for a playoff spot
or battling. And is there going to be an appetite to support a losing team
at
those
this dollars?
Prices, at this price point?
With ticket prices, season tickets going up again next year.
Yep.
I don't know what the percent was.
Anywhere between 12 and 20, I've seen, depending on where your seats are.
It's very high. And playoff pricing this year is ridiculous again, as you'd expect.
That's absurd.
I stand, and this is why I stand by this. I think McDavid will sign the contract. Him and Draisaitl will be here for a long time, like relatively long time still here for their career.
Yeah, 8 years, 10 years.
I think Daryl Cates sells this team before they're done.
You said that. Well, why not?
Because I think he'll sell high.
I think the Celtics.
Yeah.
6.1 billion.
100%. I think they're working with, they got the provincial funding. They got some civic funding and stuff like to build Ice District Park 2.
Yeah.
They'll start building that.
Yep.
He'll go want to win cups, sell on a high. Or is Daryl Cates going to be the owner that's going to be part of the organization when they sit there and go, we got to start clawing back prices because our barn is empty? Because this team, when the Oilers went through the decade of darkness, the two things they had going for them to a degree, one was the first overall picks to a degree, but the biggest thing was the rink was coming. Do you want to be part of the new rink? Do you want to have your season tickets at the new rink? So people stuck around and they didn't want to lose it because there was the wait list. Well, once this Oiler run ends, and let's just jump, let's say 10 years from now, we're 2035. Jeez. I feel old saying that. But we're saying, Connor, Leon, their career's winding down. The Oilers are getting set. What's this rebuild going to look like? How far can they drop? Will they drop and all that? Ticket prices are going to be very expensive. Concessions are going to be very expensive. Are people going to want to pay that? And is Daryl Cates going to want to be the one to battle through that and be like, no, we're going to keep making these people pay these prices? Or are they going to sit there and have to be the ones that go, okay, well, the team's not good, we're going to claw back prices? Or is he going to sit there and be like, pay me my $5 billion, I'll leave?
Oh, I'm assuming Harrison will be running the show by then.
But it's ultimately, I think, still would be Daryl's call initially. I think from a business perspective, it would make a lot more sense to sell on that high. Like we're out.
Absolutely.
We're out.
Yeah.
We're done. Like, let's find that private equity firm because that's where everything's going nowadays. They could take this over. We'll take our big money. We hopefully, got our cup type thing. We made all this money. We're done. We don't have to then deal with the market.
Suppose that's possible.
Jen Cool. Glue Guy is just bringing the heat today. Sends his plates back, doesn't watch White Lotus, and talks about the end of Dry and McDavid.
I thought you were a happy guy. I'm kidding.
Sorry, Brent. He says, I love the Glue Guy, but hate this topic of Oilers sucking again. In an attempt to change that, can we discuss Evander Kane? Sure, we could discuss Evander Kane.
What would you like to discuss about
Let's discuss Evander Kane. How do other teams have stars on LTIR and everyone knows, but not the Oil? Well, the Oil's
Evander Kane isn't on LTIR.
He's doing it. We're doing a thing.
They're doing the thing,
the dance.
Yeah. What's there? What else is there to?
This is the Mark Stone playbook, right? This is it. This
is the Kucherov actually, because Kucherov started skating weeks before he came back that 1 year.
Fair, valid. What always makes this interesting is the player at the center of it. As Greg Wyshynski pointed out a week ago or so, he is not someone who plays by the team's rules, and Maybe
player
made it
that
a
was
little bit of a murky, cloudy.
Player that was run out of Buffalo and then run out of San Jose. That player?
I don't think he was run out of those places. I think he eschewed his own.
Maybe he ran out.
Yeah.
Frank Saravalli has this on the Oilers.
What did Frank have?
The Oilers have a imaging scheduled today for Connor and Leon to better understand severity of injuries and timelines to return to play.
That's nice. MIC, go where the pros go. MIC, if you're looking, business at edmontonsportsuck.com, by the way.
Hey, good job.
Thanks.
Tommy. Yeah, I mean, so Evander Kane skates.
Great. He went out. It was a very light twirl for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were there.
I certainly was. I'm the one who put up the video.
Yeah. Was there a buzz?
No. Nobody saw he was out there except for me and Daniel Nugent-Bowman.
Yeah.
And then everybody else caught on. No, there was no buzz.
Followers.
Yeah. He's still a ways away. Maybe, aiming for the playoffs if they can get him at the playoffs. And Reed said it, and I agree with what Reed said on the postgame show. We don't know what type of player they're going to get when he comes back.
Yep.
It's hard to miss a full year.
Well, how old is he? 32?
Yeah.
And he's not played in 9 months?
That is correct.
It's not like you're 10 years younger and you can just bounce back and be ready to go. Things take a little longer.
Don't be saying that about 30-year-olds.
Ouch.
You're 30?
He did make a point of
34, yeah.
saying that he's good coming off the couch. Now, the last time that happened, he was still part of the San Jose organization and had been playing AHL games until he was suspended. I think that had something to do with COVID and providing fake.
There's a story of him going across the border with fake documentation or something like that.
That's the one, yeah.
But then he won his grievance
Great.
with San Jose, I think.
And he came off the couch.
I think what Brent was alluding to in asking what do we not know, what didn't we know,
There's no update.
was that, leading up to it, right?
Oh,
Leading up to trade deadline day, because we really didn't know
yeah.
until trade deadline day when Stan Bowman came out and said that was, did the Oilers know this? And did the Oilers just really hold the cards close to their vest and not let this out?
I asked about that to people that I've known for a very long time and that I worked with there. And they were just like, we wish we were that good at acting.
They did not know. Like, that's the feeling I get. Is
and
that,
then I would ask and they'd be flabbergasted. Like, they'd be like, just.
can I just
we
say
don't
that
know what he's doing.
to
We
me,
don't.
that is just weird that a professional organization and one of their star players can just have no communication.
It's not weird. It happens more than we
Does
think.
it?
Yes.
So like,
Absolutely.
okay, that's just, I've never played a professional sport or a sport professionally. So I don't know. I've come from amateur sports where the lines of communication are very open.
Yeah.
Because they have to be. But that's just shocking to me that there's just the ability.
And it's not just an Oilers thing. I know people,
Right.
Oilers this. It's not, they fall victim to it just like other franchises. Now, unfortunately, the guy's a high profile, very skilled player with an interesting reputation. The math is simple. Now, if they get him back and he's dialed in, huge boost to the team because he's a very good player still, I think, in my opinion.
Well, speaking about injuries, and obviously there was a notable injury or absence on the ice in the third period last night.
Yep.
Reed did note that Reed saw Connor McDavid post-game, looked very normal, did not look labored at all. But now you're hearing that they have imaging scheduled for today. I don't think anybody thinks this is a really serious issue, but you never know with because Connor's was lower body, right?
That's what they told
They
us. Yeah.
say that, but I know Cass was on the post-game show saying that
It looked like it was his ribs or something, like when Morrissey tagged
that's
him
what
there, right?
I think Cass's words were like, if it was ribs, you told me it was ribs, I'd believe you. If you told me it was wrist, I'd believe you. Lower body, that just seems weird.
Somebody mentioned on the inbox yesterday that they noticed he toe picked at the blue line going in on that forecheck before he got that shot from Morrissey. And it might be groin.
Were you not impressed though with the Oilers play in the third period?
Yeah.
Sands, Draisaitl, Sands, McDavid, and they showed some grit. Even in the overtime, I mean, without having McDavid and Draisaitl on the ice, that's a totally different team, especially in overtime. But that was a pleasant surprise, I would say.
I like the way they played yesterday. They played hard hockey. Everybody was dialed in. There weren't a lot of passengers. Podkolzin looked good. Henrique looked good. You got a couple of goals from Skinner, although that second one, I think it was Ehlers that really put it in. Arvidsson was all right. Brown was skating well. Everyone was committed and dialed in, and that's what you're going to need in the playoffs. So building up towards, how we were saying last week, you can't just flip the switch. You can't just flip the switch. Well, that's true. And then I think yesterday is a sign of them getting that game to where it needs to be. They've got 12 left?
13?
13?
Because, I think it was 15 going into a Tuesday night.
Yeah. Yesterday was game 69, so 13 left. Ramping up now. Unfortunately, I was told too last night that if Leon, if this was like a playoff game, he would play, no problem.
Yeah. Well, Knobloch said that I think you got that clip from him down at the rink yesterday morning, that if this was more. And here's the thing. Brandon, I want your answer first.
Look at that.
Do Oilers fans really want the Oilers to win? They have 12 games left. Do you really want them to go, 9-2-1 and potentially take over first place in the Pacific?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
I think so. Go ahead, Brendan.
And,
Why not?
and face either Minnesota or Colorado?
I mean,
Or would you rather have, and I know the answer here, I think, is, well, yes, because home ice advantage, right? Throughout. But
I know
the matchup is the thing.
I know what Oiler fans would be. Yes, they always want number one. They want number one. They want number one.
But do you really?
Oiler fans to agree. Yes, I will say, for me, I don't care. Yukon Jack asked me a great question actually today. I'll give him credit for this one.
Noted Kings fan.
Yeah, but when I was on the Bears, the Bear for the morning hits, would you rather be hot or healthy going into the playoffs? Was the question. I was like, that's a really good one.
Hot or healthy?
Hot or healthy? What's more important? And I would rather be healthy. And I would rather, and that's where I don't care about matchups. I don't care about seeding. I just want to make sure how many of these guys are as healthy as possible in the playoffs. And then you play whoever you have to. If it ends up you're playing Colorado, you're playing Colorado. If you're playing the LA Kings, you're playing the LA Kings. I don't care. I just care about this team being healthy through the remaining 13 games. If I was an Oiler fan, that's what I would care about.
I think that's the mantra they're going with too.
The team?
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I fear with the McDavid injuries, that with the fact that Draisaitl can maybe play, is I don't want them to rush Draisaitl back. I would rather them, like Draisaitl, if he's like, I feel good, I'm good to go. The team goes, awesome, we'll see you in 2 games. Yeah. Like not this game, we'll see you next game.
Yeah.
Give whatever it is, you're good, we're giving you one more. And I fear that if McDavid's out, that they might go, Leon, we need you tonight, for tomorrow. And I don't want that. I think it's give them a day. If they need a day, get a day. I don't care about the results fully in this point of the season. I care about this team being healthy so that they're ready to go come game 1 of the playoffs.
Look at the schedule right now, Matty, and that might happen because they have Seattle tomorrow.
Yeah.
Seattle's season's over, right? They're mopping up the rest of the year. They sold off at the deadline.
Don't they still get San Jose 3 times?
The Oilers, yeah.
Like,
if you get that same type of effort that we saw last night, especially in the third period from everybody else against Seattle, that should equate to a victory. Then you have 3 more days where you can rest your big guys and get them ready for Wednesday against Dallas, which is going to be a big game. And then you play again Thursday in Seattle. So I could see them letting those guys rest, keep them out tomorrow. All good.
Flip side that makes this interesting is there's a chance the LA Kings could win the Pacific Division. It's Oilers Golden Knights in round 1.
Hey.
Yeah, it's pretty wide open right now.
There's a lot of good playoff races in the NHL.
Colorado Dallas might be a first round series. Mm-hmm. That would be amazing.
I know East. Well, I'm like, if Toronto, there's part of me that hopes Toronto wins their division, because then they get either the Habs or they would get the Sens. And I would love if they lost the first round to one of those 2 teams.
That'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
It just that'd just be the greatest thing. Or if you want to go to the political side of things, if the Habs could pass the Sens, it would be Sens Capitals round 1, which would be Battle of the Nation Capitals. which would be something like it'd be a little bit of a
Move over for him.
Give me Toronto, Ottawa.
wouldn't that be something?
That would be spicy.
Like imagine if Ottawa gets to the playoffs after all these years and they get a knockout Toronto in round 1. Leafs fans, it'd be great. We're just streaming the TSN radio all day.
Oh, dog, you doing okay over there? Brian Hayes, you doing okay over there? Paulie Deuce texting into the inbox 780-218-9999. Paulie Deuce says, I'm hoping the rest of the team steps up like they did in the third. Without 29 and 97, players can use this as a tryout for support roles on the roster. Hopefully it's not the case and they're back sooner than later, but it could be an opportunity for some that have been quote unquote passengers or quote unquote spectators to realize that they can't just depend on the top players and they need to be productive somehow as well. This is when we will find out if Knobloch is actually a good coach or if he just has the two best players in the world. Can I just respond to the last statement there by Paulie Deuce? Good text, by the way. Thank you. Up until February, Chris Knobloch was being lauded for making all the right decisions and pushing all the right buttons. He has like an 86, 39, and 7 something along those lines. Like his record is, he's got the best winning percentage in Oilers history. He's coached more games than Jay Woodcroft now. And in the last month and a bit, since February, his coaching decisions have really come under the gun. Now, I am with fans of the team on some like the no timeout, this, that, going to Leon and Connor too much. I'm 100% in agreement with the fan base on that. But to question his ability as a coach, I think is a bit silly. I think he is a good coach and he has led this team to a lot of success.
Who gets fired next year?
Well,
based on the history of Oilers coaching stuff. Oilers coaching staff history is, some point next year we
not
have a
just
coaching
Oilers.
change.
Like the NHL is a tough place to coach.
Well, he's I think in the middle of tenured coaches.
Right. He's been the coach for like a year and a half.
And he's probably, I think there's at least 12 or 13.
Yeah.
At least.
So you don't like the nuclear option?
No. I do agree with the fans and other media that he used it as a crutch. And we heard, Stoff drop that nugget on the broadcast with Joaquin saying that maybe they had a talk with him. That kind of thing happens, right? Now, whether or not Stoff should have said that, we could get
Who
into
had a talk with him?
The management.
Oh.
Said, hey, maybe stop leaning on those guys so much. But that's
but
valid.
but what if you could use that and these passengers, as these players have been alluded to, that have been underperforming, that are now like, hey, over the last 3-4 games, Nuge has woken up.
Yeah.
Skinner's woke. Arvidsson. Like, they're playing the hockey that Oilers fans hope they would play.
I think part of that comes because they have some responsibility now,
right?
And they feel that there's some trust there. Then they need to live up to their end of the bargain. Whereas before, there was the crutch of going to McDavid and Draisaitl for 28 minutes a night or whatever it was.
Well, maybe that's exactly what this team needs is
these are good
McDavid
players.
and Draisaitl to be on the in the press box for a couple games. And say, it's up to you guys. Get your heads out of your you-know-what and start and step up. And these are competitive people. They've made it to the NHL. They have a very high compete level. Maybe that's what they need, And I mean, Knobloch was the one that decided and defended his decision to put Nugent Hopkins back at center.
Right.
And defended it very well, saying that he's way more involved in the game. He's way more engaged. As a center, you're touching the puck twice as much as you are on the wall. That's what he saw and thought Nuge needed. And I mean, it's been working.
Yeah.
3-1 in the last 4.
Well, Nuge has been noticeable in a very positive way for the Oilers.
We will see.
But Paulie Deuce, like good text, but we've seen more of this coach who doesn't know what he's doing. It's like, guys, when did we completely change our mind on him? Well, when they had a tough February, they won 2 games and then
it's easy to go at the coach. It's easy to blame the coach.
Let's look at
which is the worst thing to do. I've never liked that. I've never liked that.
I saw USA Soccer. They lost to Panama yesterday, and it was like they have a new manager, and Pochettino it was his first real game managing. He's managed a couple game like friendlies before. They lost like Again, we're never going to win with this manager. Like,
right? Because the manager
got
was
there,
out
right?
there.
yeah, it's just
on-
like,
on
and
the
it's like,
pitch.
wow, this manager just can't get it figured out. Like, and it's just,
Or Knobloch's out there in
it's
net. Or at
easy
forward.
to just go to the coach.
Well, you are the head of the team, right? So
And it's always
you're gonna
easier
have
to
your
change
fingers
the
point to
coach
that.
than it is to change the player.
is it fair? No, it's not deserving in most cases. It's usually your assets that are on the ice or on the pitch that are underperforming that are the reason you're getting yelled at and scrutinized.
Coaches are hired to be fired.
That's right.
But the shelf life of an NHL coach, I think it used to be like 5 or 6 years. It's down to like 2 or 3.
That's a mistake,
Yeah.
I think, in hockey. NHL coaches, I want to see where Knobloch is. I think sometimes it takes coaches just a little bit longer to get that full team going. Right now, tenured coach. John Cooper is the longest tenured coach, obviously. 2013, he was hired.
He's missed the playoffs before, by the way, in the middle of this run that he's on. They didn't fire him.
Well, and they kept him after that
First round loss.
to Columbus, and
Right.
there was some talk at the time of maybe letting him go. Mike Sullivan, 2015, who might be on the chopping block. Jared Bednar, 2016. Rob Brendamore, 2018. They are the only 4 coaches hired before 2020. Everyone else is in the 20s.
Even that's surprising to me.
There's no one in 2020. There's no one in 2021. The next coach, the 5th longest tenured coach, was hired in February of 2022. And it's Martin St. Louis. 3 years ago. He's the 5th most tenured
crazy.
coach in the National Hockey League. When it comes to Chris Knobloch,
Surprised you didn't say Martin.
1, 2,
Martin.
Martin St. Louis.
Ooh.
Yeah, because you,
1,
you
2,
dropped up
3, 4,
Putin,
5.
Putin
Well,
earlier.
did
and
you
I
say
was like,
Putin?
ugh.
Well, no, because
It's poutine.
Will said,
Give me that
brusch-
poutine.
He said bruschetta, and somebody texted in saying it's bruschetta.
I've always
And I was like,
battled that.
it's
Let's get off this
bruschetta.
hockey talk. Let's talk about real things.
It's poutine.
Like pronunciations of words.
It's officially poutine. It's
If you sound-
head
okay.
on progress. I'm not saying people
know,
should say it that way, but that is the proper way.
Poutine or poutine is not a glamorous food. It's not
No.
something you get at a high-end restaurant. So
Right.
to call it poutine is kind of laughable.
Well,
It
and
is
some
poutine.
high-end restaurants now have it.
Let the French people with the French accent say Poutine. Voulez-vous un Poutine?
Chris Knobloch is the 16th most tenured coach in the National
Oh,
Hockey League, so
wow.
he's dead middle.
Dead middle.
Wow.
And he was hired in
time's up.
November 12th of 2023. So that's where it is. No, I was just pointing out it's poutine. Officially, it's poutine.
Can I just want to get, 'cause since we're on the topic.
Let's go for it.
Can I please get this off my chest? Stop saying pasta. It's not pasta. It's pasta.
Oh boy.
Excuse me. Can
Do
I
you
get
say
some
pasta?
pasta?
I say pasta.
It's not pasta.
Pasta.
No, it's not.
Do you break it
pasta.
too before you put it in
Not
the pot?
pasta.
No.
Do not
You
do that.
It's a lower.
Okay, what do you
pasta.
say? Do you say drama or drama?
Drama.
Drama.
Oh my gosh.
I guess it depends. What
Is
it
it
is.
Mazda or Mazda? It's Mazda.
It's drama.
No, it's not. It's a Mazda.
It's drama class. It's a drama. Am I saying those differently?
It's drama.
Drama class. Drama.
Brendan, put a poll
What
up.
was the Mazda?
Mazda. It's actually Mazda.
Mazda. I'd say Mazda.
We
not
in
Mazda.
Canada say Mazda.
See, Tom, I know you and Matt are right about
Cabo.
pasta,
It's Cabo.
but Canadians say it pasta.
There was a documentary.
It's so wrong.
I think it was a Netflix documentary on FIFA, and they kept saying Adidas, Adidas, and I was still like, "What the hell is this? Like, why do they keep saying Adidas?" And I found out that's how some people say Adidas. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
official. I didn't know that.
Well, it's the Germans.
I know. And then Eric's was like, "No."
So
Eric's the
spell
one
it
that told me it was
PA,
Adidas.
Pawsta,
Pasta.
or PASSTA, right? Pasta or pasta.
Pasta,
pasta.
pasta. Pasta would PAW.
STA. Pasta,
Pasta.
PASS.
Like I just hear pasta and it's like
I just
a
go
chalkboard
PA
being
and all
scratched.
caps. Stop. Yeah, I guess the way he said. Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to like phonetically get it right so you
like
can
PAA,
decipher.
as opposed to
I think
PAW.
pasta.
No,
Pa.
stop it.
I know you're
No, I know. Yeah, I think
I'm
it's
just trying
I
to
think
say how to spell it.
PAA and then ST.
too.
So PAW at like all caps PAW dash STA small lowercase.
Hi, can I get
or-
the pasta?
All
Never heard
caps
of that.
PAA dash lowercase STA.
Oh, Ralston
Pasta
says
or
Ralston
pasta?
says it PASS. Pasta.
No,
Like pasta. That's okay.
no. It's
Okay,
wrong.
go instead of PAA.
Well, that's what I said. Pasta.
Yeah, PASS. Change it to PASS instead of PAA.
Yeah. PASSTA
And then-
or PAWSTA.
Pasta.
I think
things so
I know you're like I get it, but that's not how Canadians say it.
No, we as Canadians mess up some very simple words.
Yeah, I don't care if you say it right.
people
Like you're
say
saying it wrong though. Like
Cabo.
No,
They say
I'm
Cabo.
saying it the way we
not
say it in
Cabo.
Canada.
It's Cabo.
it's Cabo. It's the
It's
same.
Cabo.
It's Cabo.
It's Cabo.
It's Cabo San Lucas.
It's Cabo St.
Well, we'll find out. Am I out?
It's- no,
Usually
like
these
people
things
are saying it
works
wrong.
out.
It's the same as like I hate that they've changed this in the dictionary, but it's I couldn't care less. Not I could care less. It's I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Or could not care less. If you could care less, that means things are lower that you care about. So it is something that matters
Yeah.
to you. If you couldn't care less, there is nothing in this world that matters less to you than what you're talking about. But we have socially accepted in North America the idea that if you say I could care less, it means I could not care less. And I hate that we've placated to the stupid. on that one.
Placating to stupidity. It's wrong.
It's pronunciation. Like
It's placating to stupid.
I could care less or I could not care less.
they
are
have
two
two different
things.
opposite meanings.
I wasn't listening again.
I could care less means that you give a crap about it. I could not care less means it don't mean diddly squat to you.
yeah, but we say Z in Canada. Everybody else says Z.
No, only the Americans say Z.
Right, yeah, it's the same as neighbor. We spell the British
The
way
U,
with the
yeah.
U,
Color.
with the U. They don't because
Rumor.
they're lazy.
Honor, yes.
They're just lazy.
Also, they're the only country. I think there's like one other obscure country that uses Fahrenheit for temperature. Every other country in the world, Celsius.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 or 4 countries. That's it.
Yeah.
And no major country is
No.
with the USA in Fahrenheit. Just go to Celsius.
There
It's
was that
easier.
really-
Like 0 is a great number instead of 32.
Yeah.
And the fact that boiling of water starts at 100 degrees, it's just a nice, easy number to know.
It makes sense.
What is 32?
What's this milk or Rip City Step says milk or
Some people
milk?
say milk. Milk.
What are we doing?
We are not using our words correctly.
Who says milk?
Milk.
You say it.
You're a milk guy?
Say, I want a cup of
Glass of chocolate milk, please.
Milk?
Milk.
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 Yeah, like an E.
Milk.
Milk?
Why
You're
would
not
you
saying,
say
you're
it?
saying it? You're saying it normal. Milk.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Say it again.
I've been milk.
I mean, you're
Oh,
training
I heard
to
it there.
become
a little bit. I heard it there.
There is an L in there. Yeah. What's the matter with you?
Lots. Lots.
Milk.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
Dirk with a good one. Go ahead, finish up.
No. Go ahead.
Dirk has a great one here. Points out, I'm gonna unthaw some ribs.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
such a.
you
that,
can't unthaw them.
that would be freezing.
That's
them.
freezing it again.
Yeah.
It's a double negative almost. In
Yeah.
way type.
I get caught with that
Thaw
though
them.
sometimes.
You just gotta thaw something.
I've been known to say it.
You're not de-thawing. You're not unthawing something. You're
Hand
thawing
up.
something.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's a lot apparently that you're saying here.
Whoops. Yeah, like normal things, like pasta and drama
Pasta.
and Mazda.
Actually, the one I got. This is where I get my footy.
It's called Park
ignorance in.
Mazda, not Park
It's not
Mazda.
the
Mazda.
Premier League. It's the Premier League.
Who cares?
Well, I do. That's why I brought it up.
I love bugging you about soccer. Tough one last night, eh, bud?
That would be like
Yeah, it's
people
our
going
nation.
around. People going around and be like, "Oh, you're Jai Milne. What's
Something-
up, Jai?"
Sounds cool.
No, it doesn't.
I would
It's
take
the
it.
Reed Wilkins show with Jai Milne.
Nobody would say Jai.
Well, that's basically what milk is. Pasta.
So it's almost like
Cabo,
Pasta,
Dusty
Jay.
Jai.
You're trying. No,
Jai Milne.
Jai.
Right? Like that's essentially what we're doing.
Get out of here.
Jai.
Unthaw.
It's what it sounds like. Jai.
Making a point here.
Why? Oh, Jai is.
Pasta's 53%, pasta's 47%.
Yeah, because
so
we were so used to it here.
52-48.
Okay, that's cool. 52% of people are saying it wrong still, though. That's the thing.
When are you going to listen to me, Matthew?
I know.
I've acknowledged
That's cool.
that the way you Italian freaks say it
I'm just glad you didn't say
is
Italian.
pasta.
Here's the thing.
I've acknowledged
That's
that.
cool. It's
That's not how we in
you should-
Canada generally
you should want
say
to
it.
do it right.
No,
If
I don't. I'm not an imposter.
If Canadians decided that 2 + 2 is 5 and just started saying 2 + 2 is 5,
We're not-
It doesn't make it right.
I'm directionally
Just 'cause
correct.
If I get going around,
If
and
I'm
start,
not-
what's
Yes, I
2
am.
+ 2? It's 5.
If I go order pasta
It's 4.
at a nice Italian restaurant,
It's
they're not going
pasta.
to look at me and go, "I wonder what he's what
They're
what
going
he's
back
ordering."
in the kitchen like this idiot
They're
Jai
spitting your
Milne
food.
ordered
This is why
pasta.
they cook your stuff wrong.
Hey, Giuseppe. Jai Milne ordered pasta. What a loser.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying that.
And he wouldn't be calling him Giuseppe by then. It would just be Beppe.
Giuseppe.
You're just saying it wrong.
Can you believe this?
I know, but
idiot,
I'm not
Jai
Italian.
Milne?
I
He
know,
wants
but it's
pasta.
don't you want to do things right?
I don't want to say something that I'm not comfortable with because I'm not
What do you mean not comfortable?
I'm not Italian. I'm
How
not
hard
one
is
of
it to say
you.
pasta.
Because it would be unauthentic of me.
No, because you just want to do things the wrong way. You want to take the lazy way out.
Now,
in all
if I am asking for somebody, let's say we're at a table and we have a plate. There's 4 different dishes of pasta going around the table, and I'll say, "Hey, can you pass the pasta?"
Yes.
I will say pasta then because I can't say pass the pasta. So, who's going to know what I'm saying? Maddie, can you pass the pasta? I will say it then.
So you want to say
More
it right
pasta,
only in
please.
that moment. Whatever other
Well,
time
I'd
you're
be
just
with 2
okay saying it
Italians
wrong.
at an Italian
You're
restaurant.
admitting to your wrongdoing by just saying that sentence.
So why do you guys say drama?
This is drama class.
It's not drama class. It's put up a poll.
See, I don't know. That one I don't know. I feel like there's times I do say drama. No, I don't. I think I say drama.
drama.
Are you dramatic? He was so dramatic
But you're
today.
dramatic.
You're dramatic. It's drama.
You're dramatic.
Is it
because
GIF or GIF?
GIF.
Oh man.
That's what I've heard.
Actually, I forgot. Which
Serenity now. This is the EST Hangout with Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola, Jai Milne, and Brendan.
Yeah. Jai over here is getting all frustrated. He's not even listening to me again, probably for the third time. Portions of this hour are brought to you by the High Product Marketing, official merch partner of EST, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, highproductmarketing.com.
Good toss.
Yeah, he's not listening.
No,
I am listening.
What did I say?
Nice toss.
What did I
you
say?
said that.
What did I say?
I don't know.
What did I say just before the nice toss?
You're frazzled.
You said he's not listening.
What was I talking about between he's not listening and Tom said, nice toss?
Pasta.
Damn it, Jay.
That's 3
Jai.
times. I did a hive read.
Going for a show record. Oh, by the way, I have to leave
He's
at
mad at me.
10:45. I'm not mad at you. I have to leave at 10:45.
Why are you leaving 10:45?
I have a meeting, a very important meeting on Zoom.
no one told me about this.
Yeah, we're trying to.
No one
trying
told
to
me about
bring
this.
somebody back. I didn't know I had to.
Well, I am the boss around this building.
You've said you're not before.
This week I am.
No, you've
Dusty's not
run
here.
away from this exact
It's
topic.
the same as I did. I showed my authority on the morning show today.
Brendan, how do you
you
say it?
finish it,
Drama
I'm
or
just-
drama?
Well, I came out. I realized I had a glorious spot because I was on the morning show, and I gotta say, keep the stigma around chin straps.
That was good.
And I was able to say silly goose as much as I wanted.
Okay.
You watch your mouth.
Nah, silly goose.
Who started this silly goose thing? I
I have no idea.
Morning show.
That's why I
Big
say it.
Uke?
No, Big Uke gets in trouble for
Grant
saying it.
Morgenstein?
He wants to. Big Uke wants to be allowed to say, it, but he gets timed out on the morning show. I don't time him out here. So I went
Why
on the
would
morning
you?
show today and saying,
They say silly goose on our show all the time.
I said silly goose
Bring it.
a lot.
Silly
Trav was
Silly
appalled by
geese.
me today.
This is we're getting a lot of pronunciation.
Oh, see, I don't even trust
I know,
this
I
poll.
know.
Pasta had 52%. Pasta had 47%. The math doesn't add up. Where's the 1%?
Wow, it's in there. It's 52.8 and 47.2.
Doesn't say
Is
that.
there not a margin of error in this
There should
poll?
be. And there was only 38 votes. I don't know why we didn't keep it up longer. Why are you ending that poll?
Hey, P.
Hey, yo, bop.
Oh, you got drama going
Boppity
on.
boopity.
Drama.
Easy. What about Mario or Mario?
Mario.
Super Mario.
Super Mario Brothers.
Mario, usually.
Again, Canadians probably like, hey, let's play Super Mario Brothers 3, and then we're going to go eat some pasta.
Down at
Yes.
And I
Sounds like a day to me.
and I could care less if my dad is driving his Mazda around down a Cabo, Jai.
Jai.
That's going to stick now. Jai.
Jai?
Yeah. Yeah, Jai.
Whatevs.
What's up,
Just
dog?
roll with
Can't
it.
frazzle me, bro.
We just did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. When I
I'm
caught
not the
you.
one that's. I'm
the one that doesn't
I'm not
listen.
the one here that's rattled. You two Italians are.
Yeah, it's because you're not listening to what I say.
Oh, he dropped it.
It's hard.
You bugger.
It's hard for you to get frazzled when you're not listening to what people say.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's good to not listen sometimes.
I said you're mad at me because yesterday I had on the Instagram story.
No, Maddie, I've
wouldn't-
forgiven you
you
in my
wouldn't
head
read.
already. It's okay. You can't do anything wrong to me. You can't. I love you for all your faults.
I have zero
flaws.
flaws.
And, execution issues and, things I won't get into, but I love you for all those things.
Gags. Texas and Jai's command of the English language is special.
I like it. Jai.
Jai.
That's a weird one to say, though. It's hard to say
Jai?
Jai.
Jai actually rolls off the tongue.
I mean, Jai
Beautiful
rule.
name.
It's easier than Jay.
Jai
it-
rule.
From the Bible, Jai?
Jai. Jason?
Jason.
Jason is a biblical name.
Is it actually?
It is.
Sick.
Lesser known.
It's
not John.
It's not one of the
Or
top
Brendan.
four.
Brendan the Apostle.
Not one of the top four.
There is a Brendan the Apostle.
No, I don't think there is.
I haven't delved into
No.
the Holy Bibli.
I think the
in a
main
while.
apostle was Paul.
I have a brother named Paul.
You do?
He's special.
Paul's better, some would say.
Ooh.
Not at much.
Hey, we gotta talk.
What?
Hey, Matt, should I go crack a beer and pour it in that trophy and me and you can drink from it?
We can drink as much out of it as
You
we
and
want.
I.
We can drink some finished long drink out of it.
You apparently
Brendan,
can't
if he
drink from
wants.
it.
Hey, I
There's-
sacrificed myself
For
for the good of the team.
No, how's that?
Is this the
sacrifice
first
for
time you
good
guys
thing?
have been together since that?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. What am I even doing here? I'll just
getting
leave.
murdered on this show for the entire
Because you
week.
ditched Edmonton Sports Talk.
I did not ditch everybody. Okay,
You left
so
to the other team. How do you say that you didn't ditch?
Mike Crosby comes in, assistant
Yeah.
coach of Team Heavy Hockey.
Yeah.
And he requests a trade.
Yeah, we don't have to agree to the trade.
Well,
I
like
was telling
five
him
people
no.
disagreed, and then he gives me puppy dog eyes, and he goes, Tommy. And I'm like, well, and we needed to even up the team.
No, we didn't. They didn't even up the teams with us last year. We lost 2 games
So out of the kindness of my heart,
to ditch Edmonton Sports Talk.
you guys still won.
MV Polly coming in.
Oh, MVP
Yeah,
probably
like
sucks.
Mike comes in and he says, "Who wants to trade?" And everyone's like, "No, I'm sorry." And then he gives you and he goes, "Well, I donated 1,100, and it's a great cause." But everyone raised money for this.
I felt
People
guilty.
raised
Were you
money.
trying to be a good guy?
Of course.
why
I
you
was
did
trying
that?
to be a glue guy.
Then I-
yeah,
you
but
know.
you left the team. The glue guy sticks with the team and goes, "Mike, I appreciate the donation, but everyone here raised money to play for Team Edmonton Sports Talk, and I'm here to play with this team together."
It was for the
I
greater good.
barely played with them in the first game. I'm here to play with them now.
But
And
I made
instead,
an impact in that first game.
You said, "I'm staying or I'm going," and yet I'm staying in this room and not even joining the other locker room. I'm just going to sit here while I looked all these people in the eyes as I turn on them.
Okay.
Like,
Can I
Are
say
you the
my
Fredo of EST?
well, it's good.
Speaking
He's
of-
never watched Godfather.
Speaking
he
of
doesn't even
Italians,
understand. I know.
Oh my. Okay. We'll get into that.
I know like casino like the back of my hand
It's
though.
one of those things
And
where,
Goodfellas.
like, yeah, pick a GM in the NHL. Craig Conroy could go to the Oilers and be like, "I want a trade. I want Connor or Leon or something." Doesn't mean that trade has to happen. Just because Mike came in and said, "I want to make a trade," doesn't mean I said no. The team was saying no, and then you're like, "Sure, I'm in."
I didn't do it that emphatically. It was like I understand the situation.
There was no situation.
There definitely was.
You could have said no, and then Mike would have left. Mike was expecting everyone to say no.
There was a long pause there.
Mike was expecting people to say no, and he was actually like, as he left the room to me, he's like, "I can't believe that worked."
He actually said that?
Yes. You got played
son of a
completely.
bitch, Mike.
You got played completely. He didn't think anything
but there was a long
There
pause,
was a long pause.
that doesn't matter. He played you on that one.
Jeez.
And that's why I said no one wants to make a trade. Everyone's like, "No, I don't want to make a trade." And you got suckered in. After he's like, "I can't believe that worked."
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
This is great. Poor Tommy.
I thought I was like stepping up.
You
and
thought you were being a good guy.
We
Yeah.
weren't making a trade. Like, if you said no, if you ultimately like, "I'm sorry, Mike, I just can't," he would have left the room and it would have been, that's it.
Can never trust anybody again. Hey, Tom. Do you feel like
feel
you were,
dirty.
yeah. Do you feel abused?
Yeah.
Used?
Yeah, absolutely. And can I just get this skate thing out? Like, can I clear the air about this? Because I
What,
heard.
when you tripped Belsey?
Oh no, he went down super easy.
No, the sharpening of the skate.
The sharpening.
Oh, yeah,
I'll be right
sure.
back.
So I gave my skates to
Where are you going?
my brother,
Okay.
to MV Pauly,
4 hours
evidently, to bring to Rogan Dean, equipment manager extraordinaire for the Oil Kings. I texted Rogan. I said, "Rogues, my wheels are dull. Can you zap them really quickly?" And they've got the Sparks machine that he can just put it on the blade and then cut the skates for me. And he's like, yeah, just get them down to me. And the Oil Kings were practicing while we were doing Hello Hockey. I couldn't run down there. I was on the air. So my brother Paul shows up, and I'm like, hey. And Paul used to work for the Oil. He worked. He was the head writer for EdmontonOilers.com. For those that don't know, I said, can you run these down to Rogan? And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. So Paulie knows the building like the back of his hand too. Rogan's busy in the room, so one of the Oil Kings, he gives them to the player. And the player is like, oh, you're taking them to Rogues. Why don't you just come into the room? And he's like, I'm not part of the organization. I wouldn't feel comfortable going in the room. But tell him it's for Tom. And the Oil Kings player, whoever it was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And so Rogues gets the skates. I'm like, Rogues, I need them for this charity event. He's like, yeah, no problem. I'll have them ready. And we finish up, and I text Rogues. I'm like, can I just come get my skates, or did you give them to Paulie to bring back, or what? He goes, oh, you're playing right now. And I was like, yeah, we're on the ice right after you guys finished. And he's like, I'm out for lunch. I'm having pho right now. Or pho, pardon me. And he's like, I'll be right back, and I'll have them done for you. So I got dressed, I went and stood on the bench with the team, got my skates with like 10 minutes left, put them on quickly. I played the last like 7-8 minutes, scored a nice goal, made an impact. We won that first game. Yeah.
And then traded yourself.
Your brother made a great outlet pass. No, I didn't mean to. I thought I was doing it for the greater good. Got traded. Ended up on defense on Team Heavy Hockey. And we put up a good fight. But ultimately, we fell and succumbed to the powerhouse that is Team at EST, which you guys can enjoy the trophy. And that's fine. Enjoy your beverages from there. I'll live. I'll be back next year.
Assistant coach Mike. Oh, sweet God, Tommy, I'm so effing sorry. Ha 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 ha.
Mike, you've caused so much distress this week, but it was for a good cause. And he did chip in a nice donation.
Yeah.
To be
and a lot of people chipped in and got raised money to play for Team Edmonton Sports Talk that involved.
I was on that team for 8 minutes.
Yeah. And you played more with the other team than your own team.
So wait, even though I wasn't there, I was out of town, would I still be able to drink from the trophy?
You Team Edmonton Sports Talk.
Yeah, I am.
You didn't turn your back on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Damn rights I didn't, nor would I ever.
Exactly.
If it helps.
Under any circumstance.
Exactly.
Fool me. No, it ain't gonna happen.
Brendan could do it. And anyone. Commish Quinn could go do it. You want to go drink out of that? Go drink out of it.
I just want to say one last thing about this. It was a great event. We raised a lot of money. Great job, Heavy Hockey. Great job, everyone from SACE. Thank you to everybody who showed up and chipped in. I was wearing my EST white uniform from last
because you
year.
had to switch jersey. Like that doesn't help. You still left us.
It's something.
It's
something.
It's a rough. It was rough. And if you just if you
You guys are more upset about it than I am.
Because you left us. We're a team.
I think you guys waved me goodbye happily when I got traded.
No, I believe I was in the room where everyone's like, Tommy, what are you doing? And you got ripped for the rest of the time.
I didn't hear that part.
Because people were not happy with you.
Beer of the week.
Yeah.
That stuff is good.
Leave that one.
Okay.
No, it's the twisted.
It's all good.
Or
It's all
the
good.
troubled monk.
Get in there.
Hey.
Get in there. Jay Mail drinking from the cup. Congratulations. Oh, he's having a good sip.
Oh, it tastes so good out of the
Doesn't
cup.
feel good. Oh, get in there again.
Hey.
Let's do this. Woo!
Whatever.
Brendan, get out here. Come on. Have a sip.
Woo! Trav, if you want some,
Yeah, Trev,
come
get in here. Have a
some.
sip. Yeah, get in here, buddy.
You want to talk about bailing on the team? He didn't even play this year.
Come on,
You gotta
Trev.
go home.
Oh, yeah, he went home.
There you go.
Have a drink.
this.
Hey,
Get in
Team
Don't do this to me.
EST. Team EST.
Team Edmonton Sports Talk.
Let's go, baby.
Bryce the Sparky.
That's
Winner
so-
win, baby. Yep, that's
Hey,
it.
congrats, Trev.
Corey B in the nasty chat with some chapping.
What a champ. What a champ.
We've got that. Brendan, get over here.
Brendan, get over here.
in there.
Come on.
Brendan.
Yeah, just pass it to him.
Brendan.
This is great.
Congrats,
There we go.
Brendan.
Woo!
Let's go.
What a win.
That's what we go.
What a win. Oh, baby. How's
Corey
that feel?
B, Bryce the Sparky.
Very nice.
And anytime you want it, you're in the neighborhood. As
Yeah,
I've said,
you guys come by.
We'll fill this
We'll
up for
crack
you.
one out of the
fill this
fridge.
up for you.
I don't
We'll give
even
you a
know
nice
you guys anymore.
I gave their Big U got a chance to lift the trophy.
Good, he
I
should.
gave it to him.
Team EST.
He was there to support us. Team EST.
Whatever. I gave Team EST my heart and soul for half that first game.
Not even half that first game.
I was on the bench for a bunch of it.
Yeah, but you only played for
but
8 minutes
when
out
I
of
got
an
on the
18-minute
bench,
game.
you could see the spirits lift.
You missed more than half of the first game,
Not my fault.
and then you didn't play. You
I
traded
was
yourself
on the
away
air.
from
I
us.
didn't mean
so-
to trade myself. I got tricked into it by Mike Crosby.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no. So Mike Crosby, I owe you one, Tommy, to me for this one to get derailed. Haha.
It's okay.
This is what
Dash says,
already
Milne,
over.
that is a huge, massive wrong. Never drink out of a trophy that you didn't help win. I did help win. Hello, I helped raise money for the event, and I am part of Team EST. Like, get off your high horse, Dash.
Here's
Dash,
part of it. To
I
play.
got-
He's still
I got your back.
salty, eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I saw him
He was just
moaning and
crying
just
on
crying on
Tuesday.
the bench.
Well, no,
Oh,
we
yeah.
had him on the Hangout on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah,
and it was just
probably.
like 40 minutes of tears.
I thought he was great. No, I thought
40
everything he said
minutes.
was valid.
Pardon?
The guy brought his book.
Yeah, he brought a book of like all of his grievances, and this is why you lost, Dash.
He's very thorough. What's the problem?
For Team Edmonton, like the thing with Edmonton Sports Talk, we had a lot of, we had staff there. We had a lot of great listeners part of that team. Teams aren't built like they don't win just that day.
Yeah, I helped in the back end, man.
Well, how do you think Dusty is in a good
guy.
mental space? How do you think Bellsy's in a good space? How do you think the rest of the team's in a good space?
dove worse than
It's-
Ehlers yesterday.
It's because a guy like Glue Guy is around
Thank
here
you.
to help those guys feel good.
Yeah, I feel good.
Winning starts.
Winning starts.
For next year's winning. We've already started winning
We've already
for
started
next year.
winning.
We win, like we won right away last year. Once we started to put our focus on 2025, we knew we were going to win.
Win.
Chris P via the inbox says Jai is unhinged today. I agree.
No, it's
I've been stuck in the mountains for a few days. Forgive me.
Oh boy. Andrea via the inbox says Paulie's better. Jay and Andrea. Jay had a great time playing with Paul. Yeah, right.
I will say this, a big uke. If the guy who won it lets you drink out of it, there's nothing wrong too. Facts. Right? So like I was the coach, assistant coach. I said you can drink out of it.
Yeah,
It's more than fine. And then our coach, the coach of Team EST, Coach Pizza Boy. Okay, Tommy, Carolina, Rantanen, Gazzola. Yeah. Boom.
Nice. That one cuts
Boom.
deep. I like that though. Well played.
You
Very
could have
timely.
another swig if you need, Jay.
Boiler
might
guy
just do that.
Dennis. My God, for winners, you sure are whiny bitches. And I said, yes, thank you. Great text.
Well, call me whatever you want. I'm still a winner.
What?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's
Well,
all
hold
good,
up a
Jai.
second. Hold up a second.
Jai. I love
I
it.
want to go with this about Dennis.
What?
He was the goalie on heavy hockey.
He made some big saves.
Yeah, of course he's gonna whine.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
of course he's from
course.
the other side. Yeah, oh, that's like Dash.
Drama and drama are tied 50-50.
Oh boy.
How dramatic.
Garage or garage?
Garage.
Garage.
Oh my God.
I'll mix. I could mix that one.
I think everybody does that subconsciously.
The official drink of the EST Hangout, by the way, is the Finnish Long Drink Legend in 1952 drink unlike any other sparkling refreshment, real liquor, longdrink.com/Canada is where you
Whoa,
can
look
enter
out.
your postal code and find a liquor store or establishment nearest you with it in stock. That's what I drank out of that cup a couple of days ago. It's great. Doesn't it feel good to drink out of a trophy?
Oh, it's the best.
It's amazing. So that's what we have to look forward to for the next.
So
well, we look forward to that for the next year, but we're retaining that title next year. The question is, well, who's Tommy going to put his allegiance to next year?
Oh, I have a choice?
Oh, I think you got to earn your way back onto Team Edmonton Sports Talk. I think you got to win yourself. Like you put a dagger into some people, and it's
As if.
I don't know. I think Dusty was in that room. I think Belsy was in that room. I think Zach was in that room. I think Bryce the Sparky, Grumpy Cat, Corey B. I
Jay.
know. I'm Jason.
Mm-hmm.
They were in that room when you turned your back on them,
Again,
and it's like, can you?
I said my piece. I stand by it.
So, well, that's why it's like
Is it weird that like Jason the Acadian and Jason and Andrea, his name is pronounced Jason and you're Jason?
It is. I think about that all the time.
Yeah, I would too.
I don't know if the Jai thing's going to stick, but
I like
if
it.
it does,
not.
go for it.
Jai works pretty good.
Sure.
Haji asks, did Brady Kachuk drink from Lord Stanley? The answer is no. That's
That
a
would be
niche.
weird
Yeah, that's a big no-no.
because you're playing on another team.
Yeah.
And then Boiler Guy Dennis is back and saying we're taking that trophy back next year. Heck, you could look at it.
I like how he said we.
It's sticking.
Like we.
I didn't
Tommy.
say we.
No, he did.
Oh, that's okay.
You and him.
I'm gonna
We're gonna keep it next year,
I guess.
I've already got ways to improve this team, and if I have to replace Tommy fully, like
Look, don't make
Ouch.
me put the skates on, boys. That's all I gotta say.
hey, we could use you on the bench.
Yeah. Hey.
Coach
just saying
Pete
if you
was
want.
great. Get to see Coach Pete, by the way.
He'll probably be back on our bench next year.
I like Coach Pete. He's
Who?
good.
Coach Pete.
Pizza Boy was great.
Pizza Boy is amazing.
Yeah.
He's undefeated as a coach. Led team Edmonton Sports Talk to 2 victories, and you know who you hurt? Him when you ditched us.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah, exactly.
I almost believed him. Then he went and took a big swig of the trophy. So whatever.
Whose bracket's busted?
No one's bracket could be busted.
Mine is.
How's your bracket busted?
I had Clemson going to the Final Four.
No, you didn't.
I did. Look it up. I got receipts.
Can I do a quick, as you get your bracket set up, can I do a quick Oilers update?
Yeah.
Jeez, Jay.
It's busted.
Well, it's not busted.
It's just-
you still have your national championship. You have your national championship winner, and you have 3 of 4 Final Four. So you're not busted. But Clemson, oh my God.
Oilers.
Or do you want to talk brackets?
No.
I have a
No, he just
really,
said he busted his bracket.
I have a very quick update. So today's practice was supposed to be, I think,
11:30.
30 at the downtown
Yep.
community arena. There's a concert going on.
Heart.
Oh, today's Heart. Okay. The only play, so now it's optional and very limited. So Jones, Max Jones, Kapanen, Derek Ryan, Evander Kane, John Klingberg, Ty Emberson, and Troy Stetcher are apparently the only skaters that will be out there for the optional practice today. Tomorrow will probably be full pull for morning skate.
And they'll do that out on the main rink because Hart will be gone.
Yes.
Is Hart still like a big draw?
What's their big? What's I know Hart but-
Barracuda.
Barracuda.
You Barracuda.
Yeah, good song.
They have some. Actually, there was they did a cover of "Stairway to Heaven."
Really?
They did it. Well,
Oh, for the
Led
Rock and Roll
Zeppelin,
Hall of Fame, yeah.
Kennedy honors, and Robert Plant was crying.
Yes, my dad
they
talks
did
about that all
such
the
a
time.
great job with it. Hart is good. Let me see if
Is
I
Hart
can.
kind of like Foreigner, where it's like, hey, I know this song. It's a good one. Who is it? And then you're like, it's Foreigner. And you're like, oh, of course it's Foreigner. Is Hart kind of one of those bands where it's like, this is Hart?
No, you know who that band is for me?
Who?
April Wine.
April Wine.
You know every one of their songs. You just didn't know it was April Wine. Great.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that April Wine came to Edmonton? This is years ago, probably 20 years ago. And I was bartending at what was then called the Armory,
I remember
which
the Armory.
which was Club Malibu,
Yes.
White Ave prior to that. But it was the Armory now. And I guess one of the owners was a massive, massive fan of April Wine. He paid them to come over after their show and have the upstairs part of the Armory shut down, and they played a private show at the
love
Armory.
that.
So I got asked to bartend.
Armour or Amory?
Shut your mouth.
Well played.
I have to leave in 20 minutes. Don't let me forget. Very
Okay.
important meeting. And I snuck April was my girlfriend at that time, and her mom in
Nice.
because
Was April having wine that night?
I forced her to.
Excellent.
April Wine, watching April Wine.
That's symmetry.
Yeah.
I gotta give you that one.
But they didn't know, like April didn't know much about April Wine. And I'm like, you're going to have, like, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
She knew every song. Like they they only played like 12 songs, but every one of them she knew. And it was a completely private show.
That's cool.
That was a cool
Was
night.
it plugged in or acoustic?
No, plugged in.
I
It was
love that.
live, man. You know, another one from the Armory was the day Yanni Nienema got traded to the Islanders.
Oh.
They were in town. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yanni Nienema.
April Wine was in town?
No. This
Oh,
is a
okay.
separate night.
Gotcha.
Yanni Nienema got traded to the Islanders, and they played the Oilers that night, or the
Okay.
next night, or something
Right,
like
right.
that. So Yanni Nienema brought all the Islanders to the Armory,
Oh.
and I bartended them with another bartender, in a like, roped off section. And Michael Pekka gave me the biggest tip of my life.
Really?
Yeah, don't take that the wrong way. 1,500 $1,500 on top.
Damn.
Yeah. That was pretty sweet.
Looking at Heart tickets for tonight, I would say probably 70% hold.
Okay.
That's where they were. I also have the Pizza Boy. I'm surprised Tommy knows anything about Heart after what he pulled on Saturday.
Oh.
That was, I have to read from Coach
Look at
Pizza
some
Boy.
singers, like some high hard ones coming in. I like this. This is a feisty Friday. I love it. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. This text comes in and says, I love April Wine, Weeping Widow, Roller, Gypsy Queen. That's from Raider Jesse. Gypsy. Paul says, pretty sure I saw Brody play a show at the Armory.
We did.
Yes, Paul was there.
I knew a couple people that could get us in.
Oh, yeah? How'd you work that?
I don't know. We played a lot of clubs. We played.
Chai, how did you pull that one off?
We played Woolly Bullies, which is now
remember Woolly
the Mexican place on.
El Cortez.
El Cortez.
Yes, I think Mike Maxis owns
Cortez is
that.
closed right now.
Is it?
I don't know. I thought I
I
saw
always
that.
enjoyed El Cortez.
There was a place called The Joint, which
I
was
remember The
down
Joint.
by
What's that?
like Outback Steakhouse.
Temporarily closed. I don't know what that means.
I think it was The Joint. Yeah, The Joint. We played at what was the Iron Horse, which is
I
now
loved Iron
MKT.
Horse.
We played at, what was the one? It burnt down. It was right across. Somebody in the Nasty Chat will know it. It was right across the entrance from Squires. Squires was the upstairs bar above.
I thought Squires was always downstairs.
Okay, no, wait. Billiard Club was upstairs. Sorry.
Yeah, Billiard Club.
Squires was
Awesome.
downstairs. It was across from that. It was a music venue right there. And
I think I know which one.
out. Was it out? Somebody will know.
I think there was a music venue that had closed, but then I think the building burned down after it closed. Maybe. What was that place called? Oh, somebody's going to now have to know.
I know the original Kelly's burnt down, and now they're on 104th.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Where were they?
Man, what was that
Like
place called?
118th Street, somewhere around.
Do you remember when it burnt down?
No.
So it was
Like, it
across,
would've been
it was across the street from Billiards
It
Club?
would have been early 2000s, I think.
It's club.
It had been.
Guys. Google, sometimes you could look at.
It wasn't the People's Pub. What is that? Am I getting Henwade?
Is Billiard Club, where's that?
That's
The old post office.
Yeah.
On White
You
Ave.
know, Brian Schmidt used to be one of the managers at Billiard
No.
Club. Now I think it's called Daisy's.
Daisy Salon. That's what I'm
and there
looking
used
for.
to be a keg a little further down.
Yeah,
from there.
Yeah,
the
okay.
keg,
This
yeah.
is what I was looking
That was
for.
Joaquin's spot, that keg.
Oh, that was a great keg.
Yeah. I like
Okay,
what they're
so
developing.
I need
at it.
to
It's nice.
see-
It's going to be good.
I want to go back in time because sometimes you could look back on
There-
past.
No.
No.
No, I know what you're talking about. I know exact, and it's going to bother me until I figure
What
it
was
out.
the one on?
No, there was the one on the corner above Albert's. That was a little pub or little bar.
But they
I
built a
bartended
new.
there. But they built that up again.
Yeah.
But I'm talking the one that was across from the entrance into Squires and the Billiard Club, which is now like it's called Daisy. It's now
Daisy,
a
yeah.
bar
Yeah.
called Daisy. It used to be across the
Like,
street from that.
because then it became an empty field,
That's right.
and I can only go as far back as 2007. It was an empty field as of 2007.
People's this must be, I don't know which one. It's probably not Dash from the Hello Hockey Network, but
Oh, well, Michael might be tuned in.
People's used to be across from Squires. I know it wasn't called
The
People.
roof also collapsed.
Yes,
Okay,
No
Rob
way.
from the Gross says the roof collapsed also.
that's what it is. That's what it is. It didn't burn down. The roof collapsed.
Music
Strat? No,
venue,
Strat was on-
Edmonton,
Strat's
roof
Leopold's.
collapsed, white.
Diamonds burnt down. Yes, Diamonds burnt down. I went to
Urban
Diamonds a couple-
Lounge?
Urban Lounge.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good music venue.
They would always have ads on like
Yeah.
Power 92, I
Right.
think.
Yeah, Urban Lounge.
Yeah, Chad the Pog Martin.
Chad the Pug Martin. He's a good family friend.
Actually?
Yeah.
He's in Calgary now?
Yeah. You know what his real name is?
Chad the Pog Martin, I always assumed.
No. His last name's Schwartz.
Really?
Yeah.
But he was very good.
He was
I got
great.
stories about Chad.
I remember
I
listening
bet
to
you
him.
do. He was a really mean football coach to me.
Seriously?
Chad Martin?
Yep.
He coached football?
He was a quarterback at
Really?
Salisbury in Sherwood Park.
Because if I'm thinking the same Chad Martin stuff, he's in Calgary.
He's doing very well in Calgary.
He's the PD down there.
Yeah. He's at
Virgin.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's some stories.
He's a really nice dude. So his little brother, Matt, and I grew up together.
Jerry Haraxi confirming Urban Lounge.
Urban Lounge.
Urban
Thanks,
Lounge.
Jerry.
Good
Round of
to
clips
hear
for
from you,
Jerry.
Jerry.
Attaboy, Jerry.
It's always good to hear from you.
Yeah, hey, you don't realize how you go to MKT now, and you don't realize how huge that space is.
I bartended. That's where my first
Iron
job
Horse.
was in that industry.
At
I
Idaho?
was a busboy at the Iron Horse.
Oh man,
And that's back in the day when people could smoke in the bar. And my job essentially was one of two things: get dishes or make bellinis. That's the only thing I could actually pour as a drink was bellinis. Man, I was good at bellinis.
we should do
Peach
bellinis
slushy.
this summer.
Yes. Peach slushy.
We always
like
come up with
Bellini.
great
With
ideas.
red
we never
wine.
accomplish
Very
them.
good.
Yeah, like we should have already had steak bites here. You dropped
steak
the ball there, Maddie.
No, it's going to be T-bone and eggs from Denny's.
Nah, steak bites.
But it's $40.
bites.
I'm not paying $40, or is it $30?
There, back in the day at Idaho,
No, we were supposed to do a combine at your place. Or whatever. We're going to do a combine.
We can do that.
We're gonna do
I'm all for it. I'll
apple
hey,
bellinis.
yeah, and bellinis.
Summer just gets away from us.
I'll
It's all
put-
about the Oilers. If the Oilers go on a long run, we're screwed.
Yeah, that's true. Iron Horse, there was like Eskimos cheerleaders that worked there, and I was a young man at that point. I remember I was courting one, and she's like, "Why don't you come to Iron Horse one night?" So a buddy of mine from my team and I went. She got us absolutely polluted, and I used to chew at the time, and I had dips in my
Gross.
mouth. That is what's going on? Oh, and she just another beer. Yeah, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I'm seeing someone else." I was like,
Ooh.
"I did not do good."
Well, at least you got free drinks.
I did.
That's at least always.
was
That's a
very
good
nice
way
of
of
her.
at least having that happen.
And don't worry, I met other cheerleaders.
Yeah. Oh, you're all set. I like how you give yourself.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I like it's. I can do whatever I want. It's Friday.
know, but
It's my
that's-
first
I think
time on the show this week.
I don't know that one. That
Yeah,
one was a
old
little
White
bit-
Ave. I drove down White Ave recently we had to go to, actually we walked White Ave in between races. My daughter was at the running room games at the Butterdome. So we went down White Ave, and then my mother-in-law wanted to go to this spice shop that's on White Ave. Crazy.
Yeah.
You walk in there and you just get a headache. Like,
Oh,
it's
I'd
like,
imagine.
ugh,
That'd be
God.
tough to work at.
Awful. Oh yeah. If you work there, you live and breathe that stuff. Anyways, there's like nothing there. Like, like remember the attic?
Yes.
Remember the bar, the attic?
Yeah, I do.
Right beside the old Navy upstairs. Like, and Julio's Bistro is like
It's moved. They took
Oh.
over where Malted Mortar was, or
they
whatever
own
it was.
both. It was the same ownership.
Oh,
group.
did they own both?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they moved.
Baltimore's around the corner.
I'm pretty sure they had.
It was further down, like closer towards Hudson's.
oh,
that way,
yes.
like
Yeah,
further
yeah,
east.
I remember that.
And yeah, they moved there. I don't know if they've.
But it's
opened
funny,
yet
like
or not.
Blues
but
on
they-
White is still there.
Yes.
Oh, and it doesn't change. Like you go in, and it's still Blues on White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't change.
Shout out to Connor Yakubuski and the entire crew over
Oh,
at
yeah.
Hudson's on White Ave. There, good crew. Good crew. Really, really enjoyed my time there.
I do miss the show.
Penner's Pancakes, working at Ezzy's for 10 years. So many good stories that would put you in jail today. Yeah, I bet.
Penner's Pancakes probably let me in the back entrance.
Penner's Pancakes. I mean, Ezzy's, you were going to Ezzy's, there was a 50-50 chance you were getting in a fight. With, the football boys wanted to go to Ezzy's because they had 25-cent draft night.
Oh, baby.
In fact, Matt, hold that glass up.
This is what it would you would get.
That is the 25-cent glass night. That is
But
what
they're
you'd
plastic.
get. Plastic,
I
because
remember
you
those.
couldn't break them over somebody's
And
head.
then they changed the law of the government. You have to sell alcohol at a certain price. That's what changed all
That
that.
was great.
I never got that. I was a little too young. I was like probably like 16 or something when
You
they
could
changed
still
that.
smoke darts in there too. I remember you'd go to the bar
Oh,
and
yeah.
you'd come home, you'd be like, "Oh, can't wear this till I wash it."
Yeah.
$10 would get you completely plastered.
Cowboys had
25
that
cent
too.
draft.
You know what's the worst part of being a busboy while you could still smoke? Is cleaning out the ashtrays. And the worst thing, ashtrays, whatever, but the gum people would stick in there. Like,
Ew.
just disgusting.
Yeah,
Gross.
yeah.
Ugh.
So the Golden Bears football team would go to Ezzy's just to get rowdy.
That was more of a Wildcats thing.
Oh, Wildcats. No,
Yeah.
okay.
Golden Bears would stick to White Ave.
Golden Bears volleyball, 1 o'clock today, going quarterfinal actually.
Is that on CBC?
Usually it's on CBC Gem. I don't know if they're doing it this
Dude,
year.
the women's national basketball championships was all on CBC.ca Sports.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
you
that's
can
the
watch them
CBC.
live.
Yeah, and then they'll do it on the YouTube, and you can go
It
to their
was
YouTube channel.
The YouTube's a better feed.
Then
oddly enough.
you'll get. Then the men's volleyball will be there too. 1 o'clock, the Bears play today.
Cool.
Hey, are the
They're going for
Pandas?
national.
Which Pandas teams going national championship right away?
Volleyball. They're
Volleyball
at-
lost last
or
week.
they lost
Pardon
last
me.
weekend. yeah.
Manitoba won
Yeah.
the Nationals last weekend.
Right.
Men's is this weekend.
Pandas basketball was in nationals last weekend.
Have
They
you won
lost
in
to-
nationals this year? The Bears or Pandas?
Wrestling.
Where's
Did they?
Pandas
Yeah,
hockey right
perfect.
now?
Track and field too, I think.
Because then the streak continues.
Wrestling, I know they did.
Well, okay, because the U of A has won a championship for almost like 30 straight years. At least one championship for like 30 straight years.
Are we getting another one here?
Well, they got one.
Okay, good.
That's what you say. Because
Right.
there was a point where they didn't get one a few years ago. And I remember last year when basketball was coming to town, and you got like 6 minutes here, Jay. When basketball was coming to town, because Pandas were hosting nationals, Scott Edwards was on the show, and I'm like,
Yes.
that streak ended. And he's like, actually, it didn't. Because of the way the academics work, there was like a track and field, or like when there was a championship won in August, and that counts to the previous year. So it carried them through, and they're like, no, our championship, that streak still runs.
And I was
What?
Tanya
What guy?
Baker. Tanya Baker. Great memories at Black Dog and the Funky
The
Pickle.
Funky Pickle next to it.
Yes.
Funky Pickle wasn't next to Black Dog. Funky Pickle was below the Walkabout. It
Yeah,
was the
Walkabout.
Walkabout. And then, but before it was something else, the Thirsty Turtle.
Oh yeah, Thirsty
Yeah.
Turtle.
But
I miss Funky Pickle.
Funky Pickle.
What was the goth bar? Wasn't there like a
Yeah,
goth bar?
yeah.
It was in Paramount Theater. Or whatever.
No,
It's like a
White
big
Ave.
box. But it turned into a club.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
But
do this.
there was
game.
a goth bar that was like at
Yeah,
the
it
Princess
was-
Theater or whatever, that theater on Jasper.
Oh yeah.
For a little period of time, that became a goth.
We did bar hopping one night, and we went in there. We stayed for one drink. We're like, this is weird.
Was it the Oasis? No.
Is it the one? Okay, was that goth bar on White Ave?
Kind of
in
by
the
the-
windows was the dance floor, right? You could see everybody dancing.
There
in
was
the
one.
window.
There was the bar that had a donair place attached to it that you could get a donair from inside the bar.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, it was the only one, and that place turned into a kind of a happening club near the end of like my kind of going to White Ave days,
I can't remember the names.
like 2 years ago.
A lot
bruh.
of people are texting in. New City Liquid Lounge was the one at Princess Theater. I'm pretty sure that's the
The
one.
Rebar.
Rebar.
Michael nailed it. That's what it was. So the Rebar was kind of the grungier place, I believe. I never went to the Rebar because it had already rebranded.
Sure.
What are you
Sure,
saying, bro?
Jack.
Okay, listen to this one from Raider Jesse. I miss cheap booze on White. I'd start at Power Hour at Purple Onion.
Purple Onion, the PO,
7
baby.
to 8. $2 bottles at Squires, 8 to 9. $2 pints at Black Dog, 9 to 10. $2 tequila at the Attic from 10 to 11. And $8 pitchers at the Strat till close. Then I was 3 blocks from home. I often didn't make it home.
The Strat
That's a
was great.
lot, man.
The Strat was
Bar Wild,
still old
Rebar.
school.
Now it's Leopold's, right?
Yeah.
I like it. I like
they had
Leopold's.
a fire and they changed. But yeah, the Strat was just an old school place still,
I did-
though.
I did
And
enjoy Strat.
You could still go and get drinks in this type of glass.
Yes.
Like it was just
I think
awesome.
McCord really had a thing for the Strat.
When we went to Rymai's Stag was partly at the Strat.
I like the Attic. The Attic was, but the Attic always stunk. Had
Those
a
buildings
smell
are
to
old,
it.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I miss Hilltop. What's up with Hilltop Pub?
oh, how about this one? Santana's on Stony Plain Road. Thursday, $1 highball from 8 to 10. Then go across the street to Cowboys. 25-cent draft beer to close the night. Great times in the night. I remember 25-cent draft night. It always smelled like piss in there.
Yeah.
Like they had the worst bathroom. So guys would just like pee everywhere. And I saw it.
I never
awful.
ventured out that way because, I mean, from Sherwood Park, that's
That's
on
a
the
long
other
way.
side of the world.
Yeah.
White Ave was about as far as we went.
Big
We didn't
Dave.
and back then, you did not go downtown. There was nothing downtown.
No, there wasn't.
The only thing that was the first thing I remember being downtown and going to was on the rocks.
What about, I remember Hudson's on 104th.
Yeah.
That's where I started going. And then I ended up living right beside it.
OTR.
Hilltop Pub is the work has begun on their fixing of
Hasn't this reno?
as of 7 weeks ago. As they
Okay.
say, the work has started in the kitchen. It's been a long process and jumping through many hoops.
All right. Well,
I can't wait for the Hilltop.
did
to
that.
come.
Funky Pickle was below Filthy McNasty.
Ah,
That's from Big Dave.
beautiful.
Sick.
Sidetrack Cafe, VR says. Remember, we played at the Sidetrack Cafe.
Nice.
That's Brody.
Yeah, North Shore.
We just want to. Oh, North Shore.
It was North Shore, bro.
Okay. Well, I'm just making sure people know. You're just saying we played.
Sorry.
Doesn't help our listeners.
My band.
Yeah. I'm just trying to inform them, brah.
Oh,
Come on, Ja.
I've got it all digitized. We played on the Reed Wilkins show all the time.
You got what digitized?
Our songs.
Yeah.
Our
From
albums. You did.
Yeah. Thank you.
One
Yeah,
more on
that's
the,
what I said. I got them digitized.
You got you credits could be thrown over here.
Oh,
Matt
by
got
Matt.
them digitized.
I'm sorry.
Shout out to Dorianne. For those that went to Ezzy's, Dorianne was the best bartender. She used to pour Dorianne specials. It was Gibbies and Coke, and we would get Dorianne specials. It would be like 4 fingers worth of Gibbies and then just a couple splashes of Coke. And Tommy G ended up puking a few times.
Jay, you've got a couple minutes. Any final thoughts on the hangout for today?
No, this was fantastic. This was everything I wanted it to be and more. And I thank the 2 Italians sitting beside me for all the drama. And I look forward to a nice pasta lunch, maybe some pasta salad.
Get out of here, Jai.
Looking forward to it.
Would you like one more sip? Or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
Go make some money.
I'll try.
All right. Bye, Jai.
Good
show.
As you leave, I'll toast to you, Jay.
Cheers.
It's the EST Hangout. Tom Gazzola, Matthew Iwanyk, enjoying a delicious beverage from the trophy that he coached to victory and earned. And Brendan, how good was that?
We did earn this. It would taste amazing.
Good job.
Thank you.
Well done.
It was maybe next year you can get out of it.
Maybe.
Your feelings.
I'll be okay.
This is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada's storage experts, more than 2 decades helping Canadians through life's transitions. Canadian storage provider. Be sure to buy Canadian. 75% off 8 weeks, 10 by 10 units. It extends until March 31st. That deal, sentinel.ca. Make sure your mic's on here, Brendan.
Reed Wilkins texting me directly says Pandas lost to Waterloo 3-zip.
Yeah, no, so we got 1 o'clock. Bears go on. I always love volleyball. I've always cheered for. I'll say this. I think the best program with the U of A is their volleyball program. It's better than their hockey. Overall, historically. Like I think they do better.
The University of Illinois was in town a month or 2 ago, and they were up in the press box because their volleyball team was here to play against U of A. I believe that's.
I remember back in the day, like around Christmas time, or was it the start of the year? The U of A would like travel down to like California, and they'd smoke USC and a bunch of those schools down there.
Yeah, we have a great.
Our volleyball program is strong.
I heard Will talking about like the ball and the sound it makes when that level of player hits it and the whistling noise that it makes. I believe it. Those guys are giants, and those girls too. They're huge human beings, very fit and limber, great athletes.
I went to the
sport.
the Canada West final a couple years ago for the Golden Bears, and it was a packed Saville Center. It's amazing. It's a great atmosphere.
U of A is like a hidden gem that I didn't really understand until I got older.
Okay. Why did you not go? Did you go to Bears hockey games when you were growing up?
No.
Oh,
I didn't go till...
My dad would take my brother and I.
Never went.
great.
I would see highlights on TV. I don't think I asked my dad to take me there.
I'm just surprised like a minor hockey team you guys didn't all go.
No, we did go to an Edmonton Ice game. I remember seeing Rocky Thompson, Dustin Schwartz, and the Medicine Hat Tigers beat the wheels off of what was an undermanned Edmonton Ice team.
With Jared Stoll?
No, it was before Stoll. It was like their first year. So I think that their best player was Jay Henderson, if I remember correctly. I don't even think Chris Knobloch was there yet.
Good times.
Yeah.
Where I see Golden Bears are great, Panda's great and stuff. McEwen's right across from us.
Mm-hmm.
I just have yet to go and just like experience McEwen.
I think I've been to one game.
I need to start and it's right there. It's like I want to go watch some collegiate
sport.
volleyball or basketball. It's right there, and I don't know why I always forget to go do it. I didn't actually go see a Golden Bears hockey game this year either. It's been a couple years since
McEwen's a hidden gem too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Grant McEwen, by the way.
It's just McEwen.
It's McEwen. It's University.
It's like it's Kingsway. No longer Kingsway Garden Mall.
Yeah, that's very true.
Did you know it was Kingsway Garden Mall?
There was once Kingsway Garden Mall.
There was a bit of greenery in that mall.
Yeah, I think there was
quite a bit.
Yeah.
I got rid of it. Sterilized
days
it.
gone by.
Just like Wested. It's all sterile. It's awful.
Bourbon
That's how they spell bourbon.
Yeah, they took out the
Bourbon
vowels. Bourbon
Why?
Go ask
make
them.
it hip and with it.
Oh, yes. The
Yeah.
hip. Yes.
Yeah, very generic.
It's sleek.
Yeah.
That is sleek.
It's
Actually,
sleek. Actually, oh no, you don't have a bracket. Did you fill out a bracket?
No, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh, did you not fill one out on our website?
I did not. I'm sorry.
because Keith has put up HR Daddy $100 to the best bracket.
I did not, and I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just saying you're missing out on the $100.
And I'm sorry.
Let's see if anyone's bracket's busted. Eric's still good. Like, I don't know how, honestly, like, I'm actually stunned that Jay's bracket had such a big loss. Like, Clemson shouldn't be going to your Final Four. Although Zach has Purdue going pretty far. Oh, that might help him because Clemson's knocked out.
All right. Does somebody have a decent? Again,
It's too early to figure out if they're decent or not. We actually
NCAA
have a good
basketball
amount of
doesn't tickle
people
my fancy.
On our, we have like 107 people on
Excellent.
ESPN.
Good.
I gotta go see.
Good
I think
participation.
last I saw Schmitty the Welder, and there's 2 other people were at like the top of our ESPN pool.
Nice.
Things have changed. It seems. Oh no, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people tied at the top, which includes 10 Dash, Hula Boy Steve, Rob from the Grove,
Nice.
Smitty the Welder, and a couple of other people that just don't have their full names there. Jasmine is a little bit behind, so is Tanis. I am ranked 33rd of 108.
It's decent.
Take that.
That's pretty good. Good participation.
A lot of people took Duke to win, though. And that makes me scared because I want Duke to win more than my bracket to win because I'm a Duke fan. And I'm just worried we're all going to be disappointed.
Probably.
Don't tell me that.
I'm not saying for sure. I'm just saying probably.
That's it. That hurts.
I didn't mean to hurt you. How do you think I
That's
felt
twice-
all week getting absolutely destroyed on this show
That's twice this week almost.
without being able to defend myself?
Last Saturday
properly.
you hurt me. Today now you've hurt me.
I've not hurt you.
On Saturday you did. You ditched us.
You had the biggest smile on your face.
I
when
did
you
not.
won.
I was stunned that you were leaving us.
Thought I was doing the right thing.
And you've learned today that you didn't.
Evidently.
You should have left it with me and it would have been fine. And there's a reason that, did you actually hear the booze?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like you went, yeah.
Oh yeah. And the one that stung the most were the Paulie's better chance. And then him winning the MVP. He even pity invited me to
The escape room?
the escape room, which was the prize. Great prize, by the way. He's like, hey, I know this kind of came at your expense. Would you like to come? I was like, no, that wouldn't be right. Like if I were to drink out of this trophy, it would be wrong.
It wouldn't be allowed. I would be offended. The office would be offended.
Mm-hmm.
ESTers would be offended.
That would create bad juju around here, and we don't want that.
So but that's why, again, maybe show your commitment to EST over the next year and you can be back on EST
I
next year.
scored a nice goal. I was on the bench rallying the troops while I
But then
awaited
you
my
left.
skates.
But then you left. The next part is the big part there, Tommy. Then you traded yourself.
What got me today was Mike Crosby admitting that it was like just a whim and a prayer. And I bit hook, line, and sinker.
That hurts.
It does hurt. I'm a little bit frazzled, but I'll be okay.
Won't lose sleep over it.
Oh no, I have not lost any sleep over it.
See, that hurts. I feel like you should have a little bit of lost sleep. Being like,
No, because
I turned my back on our team.
my
on
heart
our
was in the right
our-
place, thinking I was sacrificing, and I stand by this, even though I've found out that I've been fooled, which hurts a bit.
I
But not
think,
really.
like, see, the difference
I have
though
no
would have been like if I said, like, boys and gal, because we had one gal, we need to make a trade. Somebody needs to go to the other team. That's a different thing. Then we're looking for a sacrifice. Then that's a different story. I'll take one for the team, guys and
You
gal.
had a
I'm
former
gone.
NHLer on the team.
But-
I think you're okay.
The flip side is it was the other team's coach, but like, I need someone, and you're like, sure, I'm in.
I didn't go yes.
Basically, that's what it
pick
seemed
me.
like it.
There
It
was-
seemed like
there
almost
was,
like you did. It wasn't that full of sacrifice. If it was like, again, if Coach Pizza Boy's like, we got to send someone, I don't know who to pick, then that's the sacrifice. When the other person's like, we need to make a trade, like, I guess I'll move.
5 people turned Mike Crosby down. And
The
then
whole room turned Mike
and then
Crosby
it was
down.
like sad
I
puppy
turned Mike
dog eyes.
Crosby- yeah.
A long pause.
So
And I
here's
was
the
like,
thing.
well, okay, I guess. Like, I
If
don't
you
know.
ever go to Boston Pizza Westgate, I don't know if we've officially announced where you're going to be for some of the playoff games.
We have not officially announced, but I already know where we're going to be.
I know. I don't know when
I
we
think,
can announce
well,
that right
BP Westgate, there's a strong chance we'll be there. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then we have not announced the other place.
now. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If you show up there and you need something from Tommy, just show him puppy dog eyes and just be like, I'm sorry,
I love
Tommy.
puppy
And then
dogs.
apparently he's going to give in. He's just going to give in to whatever you need. Tommy, I need $100. He'll just give it to you. Apparently,
Sure.
that's what it sounds like.
I'm a sucker for puppy dog, guys.
We've learned the secret to winning with Tom Gazzola. So there you go.
Tricksters.
You had a rough F1 weekend. I'll just say that.
Yeah,
too.
-2. I only
don't know if
submitted
I was-
one team.
Yeah, you only submitted one of the two.
I put my second team in this week.
I'm only at like 24 points.
Yeah, that was.
It was a bad week for me.
There's so many DNFs.
Yes.
Like I'd flip the race on. I'm like, 5 guys are out. What's going on here?
As I was watching it, like the first 3 went on, I was like, yeah, my team. This is not going well for me.
I had signs. How did Charles do? Charles didn't have a great race, right?
I think he finished like 4th or 5th or something.
Did he really?
I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
I wasn't paying attention.
Because it was Lando 1, Max 2.
Yeah,
I don't know who finished 3.
can't remember.
Charles even finished 3.
It was a busy weekend.
Lewis is pole sitter
saw
for
Lewis
the first sprint.
I just got through episode 3 of the latest season of Drive to Survive.
George Russell 3.
Oh, George.
Sorry.
George is leading Mercedes.
What did you say?
George Russell
George.
finished 3.
Interesting.
see.
There's also Sail GP this weekend in San Francisco.
Yeah, I heard about this.
It's fascinating.
Sure.
I'll say this. If you're watching TV 3:30 tomorrow or Sunday and you happen to come across it, watch it for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'm not saying watch it for the whole thing.
No,
watch
I
it for
won't.
like 5 minutes. It is fascinating.
I might not do that.
Okay. Well, watch March Madness then.
More of a chance I watch. I actually, when I was doing the post game show, I had some March Madness going on. Whatever game was left.
Yeah, there was a couple 2 games
Late
left.
night
And then Canada, I got into it a little bit on the morning show. I don't want to talk about it much here. That's why there's only a couple minutes. Canada losing to Mexico would hurt.
It sucks.
Well, it's anytime Canada comes, like, it's like, okay, Panama beat US. Here's our chance to get a trophy. We beat Mexico. We should beat Panama. We're going to get our first trophy in 25 years. And it was just, in the second half, I was tuning out. Like, it was like, there was nothing good. It was just discombobulated. It was just not great. So Canada, US on Sunday for third,
place.
which is,
Go get them. Go get them. Get that
Sure.
third place. Beat the U.S. Always feels better.
Also, I don't care. I'd rather Jesse Marsh just play like young kids and stuff to a degree.
He was belting out the Canadian anthem, by the way.
He's all in on Canada.
I respect the hell out of that guy.
He did a whole like Canadian tour like in January.
Really?
He stopped at like a bunch of cities. And then like
He's all in. I
in
love
the
that.
summer or something, he was in Edmonton out of nowhere.
Doing clinics and stuff.
No, just went and watched the soccer here or something. I don't know. The guy is all
great.
in on Canada, which is
Good.
awesome.
We need to get Canada soccer on the level again. I know there's some good things. Can I read one text?
Yeah, yeah.
First time texter. Thank you for texting in. No name. Give us your alias. This is a reminder of not the glory days. Downtown's way better now, but this text comes in and says, there were tons of places downtown. You just weren't cool enough to go to them. Senor Frog, Sidetrack, Malibu, Chase, Flash, and many more. I never made it to Senor Frogs.
They have that in Mexico still.
Mm-hmm.
I did make it to the Globe, which I think was where Senor Frogs was. Sidetrack was torn down, and they put condos there. I never ended up at Malibu downtown. I ended up Malibu on White. Chase, I never heard of. Flash, I never heard of. Many more. Teddy's still going. I know Lieutenant
Teddy's is
Eric
great.
has some great Teddy stories.
It's wonderful.
OTR, I love. And if that's an OG, I respect the hell out of that. I obviously frequent Kelly's, which is in its second location. Actually, they invited me to their staff party this
course they
weekend.
did.
I couldn't make it. I got a family thing.
Of course they did.
Yeah, Pete from Kelly. Shout out to Pete. He's the best. Pete, Scott, Kelly, Mel, Stevie, Kim, Brady. Schmitty sometimes bartends there.
I know.
I love it there. It's DVD's going.
Of course, because he's the he's the mayor of that place. And
Yes,
you're
he
the
is.
deputy mayor.
Yes. Anyway, I just want to get that.
We got Lock Shop. We go to Allstream, yourself and
Yes, sir.
Hernan, EST Afternoon, 3 to Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. Tomorrow, Hello Hockey, 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Pagnata.
Yeah. I think Chris Dingman, we were talking
Nice.
yesterday at the alumni skate. And we're also working on, maybe Johnny Boychuk. We'll see. We'll have to touch base with him.
10 o'clock tomorrow. GCLD's Oilstream pregame show tomorrow as well, right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. On behalf of Brendan the intern, Milne, Tom Gazzola,
John.
I am Matt Iwanyk. Thanks for tuning into the Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage and your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. Lock Shop coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go. Right in front of the camera.
First time guest, longtime listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with here. Joining us today,